Everything should be ready to go. Let's get started.
Welcome to my latest case.
Fast
train to Blue Moon Canyon.
Yeah.
To start, choose junior or senior detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, click on tutorial.
Alright, so this is the first game where they ever gave Nancy other
Here I am at
players.
the railroad station along with a handful of other detectives about to board a train bound for who knows where. The only person who knows where we're going is Lori Gerard.
Ooh.
That's the young woman who invited everyone. Actually, she didn't really invite me. She invited Frank and Joe Hardy, and they invited me. And I've always wanted to join forces with the Hardy boys.
Yay!
Just hope this doesn't turn out to be another one of
So
Lori's silly attempts to
excited.
grab publicity. Some people can be a little too rich and a little too famous for their own good.
Lori does love the limelight.
Love, Nancy.
Okay.
People, now that our little orientation tour is over, let's get started.
Somebody is
Okay,
typing harder than I do,
again
and that
am
is
Lori
a...
Gerard. And the first thing I want to do is thank you all for coming.
Yay!
Gray, I am so thrilled that you're taking time out from that TV show of yours to do some ghost hunting here with us. I mean, Ghost Chasers is like the best cable show ever. And Charlena Purcell, I cannot tell you how much I adore those romance novels you write. Your characters just
Charlena
so
Purcell!
and
She's
all that
back!
about the Old West, you are just awesome. And Tino Balducci, only the most famous police detective in the country. And then there's Frank and Joe Hardy. They're amateur detectives. My dad and their dad are old friends.
So
And
you're
you
friends
know
with the
the
famous
other
girl's
amateur
dad and
detective,
everything.
their
Okay.
friend? Natalie?
Nancy Drew.
Whatever. All right. I'll bet
So
you
she
wondering
stuffed
where
me
we're
in the
going.
corner back
Well,
here?
we're going to Copper Gorge, Colorado. Why? To solve the mystery of what happened to Jake Hurley, the man who originally owned this train. Because see, one day in 1903, this train, was found in a place called Blue Moon Canyon, which was out in the middle of the Nevada desert.
Woo!
Only the engineer was on board, and he was dead. As for Jake Hurley, he had disappeared from the face of the earth.
So by the camera angle, I'm supposed to be sitting in the red chair over there.
Before he disappeared, Jake was rumored to have found the richest gold mine in the world. And the train he owned?
Ooh, somebody's
His
peeking
wife
through the
Camille
back.
died on it while they were going to the gold fields. It was rumored to be haunted.
What?
She's gone.
Oh no! Where did she go?
People should never go tampering with things they don't understand.
Fair enough.
Oh, brother.
Agreed.
It's okay. Everybody just stay calm. No need to panic. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Will you?
Well, Nancy, you're up on all that social etiquette stuff.
Yes, I
What are you
am.
supposed to do when your hostess vanishes into thin air?
Usually the party's over and everybody calls the police and goes home.
If I don't seem concerned, it's because I'm not. Lori
Oh.
Gerard is a young woman whose only goal in life is to be famous. She craves attention and habitually uses her father's considerable wealth to get it.
So you think this is just some kind of a publicity stunt?
So you think her disappearing like that is just some kind of publicity stunt?
I just think she couldn't resist showing off in front of all of us minor celebrities.
Fair enough.
What was your name again?
Nancy Drew. You and I have actually met. Sort of.
Yeah.
I called you not too long ago when I was at Shadow Ranch.
Yeah.
You gave me some information about Dirk Valentine.
You don't remember.
Ah, Nancy Drew.
You don't remember me.
You don't remember me, do you?
No.
See, that does surprise me though. I mean, like, I get that she meets hundreds of people and whatever, but I cracked the story of Dirk Valentine for her, right? Like, I found what he did with his riches. I told her all about the puzzles. I cracked that story for her and got her the biggest bestseller ever written. And yet she doesn't remember me at all. That's what gets me more than anything else. But alright.
What else do you know about Jake Hurley?
Nancy,
Hmm.
here.
Excuse me for a second.
Alright. Just needed a little sip. Ooh,
Is
hello.
this Jake and his wife?
Yes. From what I've read, Camille loved to sing and dance, even in
Mm.
death, apparently. Jake reportedly told people that after she died, he would sometimes see strange glowing lights outside the windows at night, bobbing gracefully alongside the train as if dancing with it. He said he found the sight very comforting. I suspect normal people would have found it terrifying.
Really? Interesting.
Hey, Nance.
Where
Hi!
have you two been?
I followed Tino Balducci.
And I went after John Gray. He went straight to the room in the car that used to be Camille's and didn't come out again.
Well,
I could hear all
okay.
these weird noises coming from inside.
I mean, it's really hard to disappear on a train. It's just basically a giant hallway.
Did you talk to him?
I was just about to go in, but the next thing I know, Joe's got my arm in a vice grip and is dragging me back here, babbling about how Balducci's our guy.
He found something on the floor right where Lori was standing when the train went dark. I saw him pick it up and put it in his pocket. Then he left.
Did you ask him about it?
Did you ask him about it?
When I tried to talk to him, he just kind of brushed me aside and said something snotty like, "I'm on the job here, Junior, so just go back to the playground and stay out of the way." In case you two hadn't noticed, we're not getting a lot of respect around here. Can't we at least tell Balducci that we do stuff for ATAC?
You know the rules.
ATAC?
American Teens Against Crime.
I thought
We do
Nancy
a
would
lot
be
of
a part of this
undercover work for it.
organization.
It's probably never even been undercover.
Joe, let it go. What'd Charlena have to say?
She thinks Lori is faking this whole disappearance thing.
She's not the only one.
How can you say that? You heard Lori scream.
Anybody can scream, Joe. Especially girls whose fathers have given them acting lessons along with everything else they've ever wanted.
That is
What about
fair.
you, Nancy, what do you think?
Which one is Frank and which one? I think Frank is the one over here. I agree with
I
Frank.
kind of agree with Frank.
You've got to be kidding.
No, I'm not. She's had acting lessons. She found and owns and operates the train. How hard would this be for her to pull off? Plus, we're on a moving train that is moving at high speeds. Where is she going to go? Is she going to jump? She would have at least had to slow the thing down, or poor girl's going to be lying broken on the side of the road. It doesn't strike me like she's the type of girl to risk her life and end up broken on the side of the road. I'm just saying. Do you think Lori's other guest is in on her disappearance? Has anyone talked to the engineer?
Do you think maybe one of Lori's other guests is in on her disappearance?
It's certainly possible.
From the way she talked, it didn't sound like she knew any of them.
Maybe that's what she wanted us to think.
Or maybe that's what one of them wanted her to think.
Well, whether Lori disappeared by force or by choice, what we've got to do now
That was
is find
confusing.
her.
Absolutely.
Has anyone
Has
talked to the
anyone
engineer?
Not that I know of.
Then I'm going to head up front and tell him what's happened. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Good
All
idea.
right, then.
In the meantime, we'll take another look around in here.
Great. Catch you later.
And by take another look around in here, I mean we're going to sit quietly at this table and do nothing.
Engineer, what do you want?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm one of the passengers, and I just
Uh-huh.
think you should know that Lori Gerard has disappeared.
Yeah.
So?
Well, just thought you might want to call the police or something. Did you know she was going to disappear?
Did you know she was going to disappear?
Hey, all I know is I take orders from Miss Gerard, okay? Right now my orders are to get this train to Copper Gorge non-stop. And until Miss Gerard tells me otherwise, that's what I'm gonna do.
She may not even be here
Lori
anymore.
may not even be on the train anymore.
Look, Miss Gerard may not be a rocket scientist or anything, but even she knows better than to jump off a moving train.
But
This is fair.
Excuse me, I got me a train to run.
This is fair. This is a fair thought. Let's go looking around.
Square and a duck.
A square and a duck. Well, that's just
Looks
interesting.
like some sort of steam valve.
Better not go messing with it, though.
This door goes outside. Opening it now would not be a good idea.
Aw, Nancy, you're no fun. Flippy spin, fresh from a hand from the fresh fresh from a hand from the deep. Sam in fancy soca. J.R. Ruffley and Sons, owner in Bellingham, Washington. Okay, cool. Can I look around some more, please? Oh, that's just the boys. We'll come back to talking to the boys later. Ooh.
Sadie Crawford.
We need to write that down. Oh, the doll puzzle. I'm remembering the doll puzzle. Oh, I remember the doll puzzle. Ferd has 2 left feet and is barefoot. Oh, I'm remembering the doll puzzle now. Oh, I remember this.
It looks like there's something behind this painting, but I can't seem to move it.
I don't know, it moved pretty good for a second there. I don't know, I think that moved pretty good for a second. Hello.
Yes?
So, what are you working
What are you
on?
working on?
I'm writing my next book. I'm on a deadline, so until I write those 2 most wonderful of all 3-letter words, the end.
Well, okay.
Everywhere I go, my laptop goes, and every chance I get, I write.
Well, that's fair. You are at a deadline. I have a lot of writing that I do myself, but different. I'm not really on a well, I am on a deadline, but I'm not on a deadline, but I am, but I'm not, but I am, but I'm not. But I'm not. It's difficult. So, why do you think Lori invited you on this trip, or what else do you know about Jake Hurley? Ooh, these are both really good. We are looking for Lori, right? Or should I eeny, meeny, chilly, beanie this? Okay. Eeny, meeny, chilly, beanie, I'm gonna choose this
Why
one.
do you think Lori invited you on this trip?
That'll
No
work.
doubt because I'm such an authority on life in the Old West, and because I'm so good at using old information to unearth new information. My knack for research is, well, it's a gift.
Fair enough, we have experienced this gift firsthand.
What else do you know about Jake Hurley? You know, the man who originally owned this train?
Wealthy, imaginative, adventurous, stubborn,
Ooh.
egocentric, and most importantly, he was smitten at the age of 35 by a young French woman named Camille Voulet, who died about a year after they were married.
Aw, well, that's sad. Where was he from? When did he buy this train? When did he buy this
When
train?
did he buy this train?
Sometime in the 1870s, he decided to seek his fortune out west, so he had this train custom built so that he, and some years later his wife,
Aw.
could traverse the mountains and plains in relative comfort.
I see. So he went west and became a miner? Where did he meet You know, it would seem weird that an American would meet a French woman.
Where did he meet Camille?
I don't know that. The circumstances surrounding her passing are a bit of a mystery, too.
Hmm.
All anyone knows for sure is that years after Camille's death, he showed up in Denver with a pouch full of gold nuggets and semi-precious stones, which he used to purchase mining supplies.
Interesting.
He used to say how he'd come by them, which of course led to speculation that he had found a fantastically rich vein somewhere. Although to this day, its existence remains unsubstantiated, and its location quite unknown.
Oh, I see.
I should get going.
My publisher thanks you.
Gentlemen.
See you later.
You know where to find us.
Apparently nothing is what I've got, gentlemen. Alright, so we're still working on not a smartphone. Although, we do have a camera! We do have a camera now! Oh, that's so nice. For the first time ever, we have a camera phone.
Pretty. Looks like some kind of gemstone.
Is it also on this side? No, just on the one. Interesting.
This must have been the sleeping car.
Cool. Can I knock on some windows? A Tale of Two Dolls. Oh, we're going to need this. Ill-tempered Edna could not get her way. She couldn't get Alice to come out and play. So we have Edna and Alice. I can't. I can't. I'm too tired, is what Alice said. I'm just gonna go straight back to bed. Ooh, me and Alice be kindred spirits over here. Edna angrily tried to make herself heard, but all that came out was a two-part word. Wait, I'm not your mother, yawning Alice replied, till Edna the Terrible finally gave up and cried. So Edna says Mama, Ma, and Alice is tired. I'm not sure, I think it's Edna the Terrible. And I don't know Alice's name. Edna the Terrible, which is just a really unfortunate name to give your doll. Or child, I guess.
I need 4 numbers to unlock this, and there's, 10,000 possible combinations? Guessing could take me a while.
Yep. Let's go to the next one. Hello. This is just a giant hallway, and oh!
Hey, come on over here.
Hi, I was gonna look
at
at.
Nancy person.
Just gonna
How you
look at
doing?
picture.
John Gray.
Oh, you're really nice. Hi. So far, I haven't met anybody nice on this train. Like, Lori's kind of stuck up. Charlena's a bit of a narcissist. So far, you're nice. Hi.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I've seen your TV show.
Yeah.
I don't have to explain what I'm doing.
Heck no! Why, you're measuring the whoozy whatsisms with your trusty gizmometer, yeah!
Oh, heck no. Why, you're measuring the whoozy whatsism with your trusty gizmometrometer thing.
Yeah.
Right now I'm taking time-lapse electromagnetic readings and recording background noise. This was Camille's private car. If she had something to do with Lori's disappearance, analyzing these readings may give me a clue as to Lori's whereabouts.
Okay, well, cool. Do you really think that a moving train can be haunted? I mean, yeah. Dude, people think cars can be haunted.
Are you saying that Camille's ghost kidnapped Lori?
What to most people are ghosts are actually temporary distortions in local electromagnetic fields caused by the presence of residual psychic energy generated by the person or persons who frequented that particular locale. That's my working theory, at least.
Ooh. Interesting. Let's go with very interesting. You know, he's been nice to us. Let's be really polite to him. He's been sweet to us so far.
Very interesting.
It's all very scientific.
I'm
But
sure.
the fact is, Lori's missing, and I, for one, am doing everything in my power to find her. The vibes I'm getting make me think she could be in serious trouble.
On a train. On a train. What, is she hanging out the back end? Is she hanging out the back screaming, "Ah, someone save me!" In which case, we should really be doing more to look. I mean, here's another question. If Lori is missing, and if everybody is so ding-dang concerned that Lori is just magically missing, We're on a moving train. There's only so many places to hide in a moving train. So how, might I inquire, is, or I should say, so why, might I inquire, is everybody just going to a place and sitting there? All right, he's standing, but still. The Hardy Boys went to the dining car and just plunked their butts down. Charlena went to the bar and just plunked her tush down. Well, I forget your name already. John came in here, set up his equipment, and just plunked his feet in place. Tino goes to the next car and just plunks down at a desk. Nobody's looking! Nancy's the only one who's like, well, better go trompsing through this giant hallway we call a train and start looking. Nobody's even looking for this girl. Okay, yep. Nope, no, that's fine. So, you don't think Tino will be able to track her down?
You don't think Tino Balducci will be able to track her down?
I doubt it. In fact, I kind of feel sorry for the guy. After catching those bank robbers, he can't just be a good cop anymore. He's got to be a great cop. Tough to perform under that kind of pressure.
You know what? Fair and also really sweet. That is really sweet of him, where he's just like, man, it's tough to perform under that kind of pressure. I feel sorry for him. He's got a lot on his shoulders right now. That is really sweet. Aw, John's probably the best character in this game. Yes, that kind of includes the Hardy Boys. Half and half on them. But aw, John is so sweet. Because like the Hardy Boys are just like, yeah, well, she's whatever. She's either gone for the rest of the world or pfft. He's just like, oh, he's so sweet. So what's your opinion of Charlena?
What's your opinion of Charlena Purcell?
Charlena Purcell writes romance novels. End of comment.
Ooh, there's the catty side. Ooh, we found the cat in him, did
Is Lori
we?
a friend of yours?
First time I met her was when I boarded this train with all the rest of you. I knew her by reputation, of course, like everyone else who reads the tabloids. It doesn't appear that anyone aboard this train is her friend.
Maybe she planned it that way, or maybe she doesn't have any friends. Well, I mean, a loaded question, right? She has friends, but are they actually friends becomes the question. When you're that rich and famous, that's always the question.
Maybe she doesn't have any friends.
Wouldn't be surprised. Maybe you can be too rich after all.
Fair enough.
I won't keep you any longer.
Pleasure talking to you.
Can I go looking around?
This looks like some sort of game.
Woo! I
Nothing
do love a good
happens.
game.
I'll bet I have to wind it up first.
I do love a good game. So this is just like the dinosaur game on your no internet screen. You just make it jump the gates until it stops. See, that was my fault. I slipped off the button. You just make it jump the gate until it stops. That's it. Is it playing Skip to My Lou? No, it's supposed to be Camptown Races.
I did it!
Yay!
Wonder what's in here.
Which makes sense because you get Camptown Races. A
If
piano!
I had some
Cool.
music, I could play a tune.
I mean, could I though? Oh. Ooh, oh, ooh, Oh, I'm
Don't
sorry.
do that, please. Those microphones I set up over there are very sensitive. Just about took out my eardrums.
I'm sorry.
You can play that thing when I'm done. I'll let you know when that is, all right?
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Hello. What are
The
you?
little book of samplers.
Oh, we're gonna need to know this. Surely there is no greater joy for the 19th century woman, young or old, than to bring a piece of linen to life with needlepoint, requiring only needle, thread, care, and imagination. The word sampler comes from the Latin word exemplum, which means example, which serves as a model. The best samplers not only allow their creators to recall what particular embroidery stitches look like when executed properly, but also demonstrate to the world their mastery of an important womanly skill. Indeed, many a gentleman's head has been turned, and many a marriage fortified, by a well-crafted sampler. It is acceptable in these modern times for samplers to take many forms. One classic is the long and narrow band sampler, which features bands of a flowery border designs, as well as rows of numbers and the alphabet. Another classic is the spot sampler, a delightful display of randomly placed images or motifs, like this one here. This is an example of a spot sampler, ladies. Lovely, isn't it? Most motifs are naturalistic objects and have specific meanings in the language of samplers. Here's a list of common motifs and their meanings. We are gonna need to know most of these, but rather than writing them down, I think I'll just kind of wait on that. Nowadays, most samplers are colorful variations on two classic styles, and largely decorative in nature. Houses, schools, churches take center stage in some, and others. Mottos, verses, and important dates are featured. Oh, there's an alarming trend among some sample makers to use only one stitch. The simple and rather plain cross stitch. It behooves these women to remember that nothing catches the eye like variety, nor holds the heart like a multi-talented seamstress. Yes. All right, so we're probably going to need to know duck, eagle, square, because we've already found those. So we want duck, eagle, square. I will write those guys down now, but we'll come back to that later, shall we? Oh, speaking of samplers.
Looks like some kind of sewing sampler. I wonder if
Okay,
there's a
so
relationship between those symbols and those numbers.
I'm gonna have to make some paper changes here because we have yet another very unfortunate name of awful Ursula. Are you Ursula? Something to that effect. Okay. And she is a redhead. Red hair. Okay, so down here we are going to say eagle is 2. Square is 4. Duck is 1. I think we're also going to need to know cherries is 10. Something to that effect. We don't know them all yet.
I wonder what's under here. And what the deal is with those weird-looking bowls.
Yay. I wonder what's Hey!
Hello?
Nancy, hi, it's me.
Ay,
Yes.
Dios mío.
And me.
Hey, George, what's up?
What's up? You're the one who's on the train with a bunch of famous people. You tell us. This is torture, Nancy. I'm dying of curiosity here. Bess, just calm down. Oh, like you're not just as curious as I am. She's the one who insisted we call you Nancy. Only because you're driving me crazy. I'm supposed to be helping her paint her room, but every other brushstroke she's like, where do you think she is now? How do you think the Hardy Boys are doing? Why do you think she hasn't called? What do you think Laurie Gerard is wearing? Oh, George, that is so not true. I could care less what Laurie Gerard is wearing. So come on, Nancy. You're on a train.
Pink puffy vest with a white shirt and a pink beret.
So dish
In
already.
case you were
What's that
wondering.
bag? Calm down. Look what you did. You got paint in my hair. I'm sorry. You know, actually, that looks kind of cool. Nice try, Beth. No, really. You're just saying that because you're afraid I'll bail and you'll wind up having to paint this dump all by yourself. I kid you not. You should seriously think about doing some major highlights in that color.
What color is it?
Adobe beige.
Nice try, Bess.
What's going on, Nan?
Oh, so much to unpack. Number 1, ladies, you just about gave me a heart attack. Number 2, Bess, why are you bothering to paint your room Adobe beige? I mean, come on. You have an entire rainbow of colors. Not even a rainbow. You have an entire crayon box of colors at your disposal. They can color match anything these days. Why are you choosing Adobe beige? Come on. Get creative. I'm not gonna.
Let us know what happens.
I'm not gonna fill you in, ladies. You're delightful. I appreciate your existence. I'm not gonna fill you in right now. Hello. Hi.
Right?
Oh, it's you. Hi, Tino. How's it going? You've got a better memory than our hostess. At least you remembered my
You've got a
name.
better memory than our hostess.
Who doesn't? Amateur detective, huh? You ever thought about becoming a real detective? You know, like me?
I don't know. Do you like what you do?
Well, I don't know. Do you like what you do?
I love it. You, heard about those bank robberies I solved, right?
Absolutely, I did. Oh, so
Yes,
impressive.
they sure did.
Baffling case. Two-man team at 17 banks in 3 states in 5 days. FBI had no idea who the perps were. But after forcing their vehicle to a stop, confronting them, despite the fact that they were armed and giving chase, I single-handedly made the collar.
I heard all they had was a plastic knife from a carry-out chicken place. I heard you accidentally rear-ended them. Oh, neither of these make him look really good. And considering I've played this game dozens of times, I kind of love it.
I heard all they had was a plastic knife from a carry-out chicken place.
You heard wrong.
Did I?
You see, Nancy, when somebody does something really remarkable in this country,
Oh.
the first thing everybody else does is try to tear them down. Reporters, late-night comedians, even some of my fellow officers, all have been spreading vicious lies about me. Why? Because they've never done anything remarkable in their sorry little lives, and they're jealous. Anyway,
Dude,
you should look around in here.
you're just a
Lots of
Rico
interesting
case,
stuff.
it's
This
fine.
was Jake's private car, you know.
You're just a modern Rico case. It's fine. You know, that's how they got the mob, right? Instead of going after them for all the bad things they'd done, they got them on tax fraud. Instead of going after them for bank robberies, you just rear-ended the right car. You know, it's fine. You still got them either way. You rear-ended the right car when they were coming back from dinner. That's all. You did good. You did fine. So, have you had a chance to talk to Charlena, or what do you think happened to Lori, or you found something on the floor? Ooh. Let's talk
Have you had
Charlena.
a chance to talk to Charlena Purcell?
Now, why would I want to do a thing
Let's
like
dish. You don't like her?
You don't like her?
that? I can't stand those sappy books she writes. And seeing as I said as much during an interview on national TV once, it's a pretty safe bet she doesn't like me.
Okay, you know what? That is fair. Romance novels are not everybody's cup of tea. Although trashing her on public TV is probably not the best. Although, why would they trash her specifically when doing an interview with him? It doesn't seem like their audiences are going to have a whole lot of crossover. You know, hey, you're Tino Balducci. You're the guy that caught those bank robbers. It's so nice to have you on our show. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. So what do you think of Charlena Purcell's latest romance novel? What? What? Like, unless Charlena was already throwing shade on him, or he brought her up specifically to trash her, I don't see correlation here. But okay, sure. Have you talked to John Gray?
Have you talked to John Gray?
The ghost guy? Total quack. Only reason I talked to him would be to arrest him for fraud.
Okay, so you're not a fan of anybody on this train.
So, what do you think happened to Lori?
Well, she could have been kidnapped. She could have been tossed off the train. She could be hiding from us. But I obviously won't know which until I've gathered all the facts.
Which is why I'm sitting here at this desk, going nowhere, 'cause I'm gathering facts. Yeah! So, when do you think that'll be?
So, you're gathering facts?
Of course, it may not look it because that's my style. I'm a low-key kind of guy. But hey, don't worry. I'll know the facts when I know the facts. The truth can't be rushed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that you found something on the floor in the dining car.
Yeah, at first I thought it was an old coin, but it turned out to be some kind of slug.
Okay. Where did it come from, or think it had anything to do with Lori's disappearance?
Do you think it had anything to do with Lori's disappearance?
Nah, probably been lying there for 100 years. May have served a purpose back then, but now, worthless.
Could I... What are you gonna do with it? Can I see it?
May I see it?
Sure.
I love history.
Here, keep it.
Oh,
Right
thank
around your
you.
neck or something. That way, when people ask you where you got it, you can tell them Tino Balducci gave it to you. The Tino Balducci.
Yay.
Oh, thank you.
I'm
What else
so
can I do for you?
thrilled. Thank
Thanks for your
you.
Helping people's what I'm all about.
Okay, cool.
Wonder what Jake used this for.
Interesting. Weird that he has a periodic table of the elements. Also, I would be interested to see how accurate this is, because I know the periodic table is changing all the time, but I would love to see how accurate that is. Ooh.
Camille with Hager Anderson and Chantilly Hildegard.
Okay. So Hagar has suspenders and Chantilly's in a dress. That's not really narrowing the field down a lot, man. But okay, we'll write it down. As soon as I find something, I can write it down. Where did my pencil go? Oh! Under my keyboard. By the way, is where my pencil went. Okay, so Hagar Anderson. Suspenders. And Chantilly Hildegard. Chantilly Hildegard. You call that flowing dress, maybe? Pleated skirt? Pleated dress. I don't think that's going to narrow things down a bit as much, but okay.
Looks like an old-fashioned cigar box. Wonder why it's locked. And what does AG mean?
Silver, if I remember correctly. Yeah, silver. AG is silver, that's 47. AG is silver, which is number 47 on his periodic table. I would love to see if that's actually accurate. Okay. Cool. Gemstones and how to identify them. Gemstones include any number of crystalline rock, which when cut and polished can be used as jewelry. Their commercial value usually depends on how rare they are, although beauty is certainly a factor. I want to read that as ractor, because it looks like an R. As well, because gemstones are more often than not found by accident. It behooves miners, prospectors, and even farmers to be able to recognize them. For the earth holds many natural treasures, but only for those who want to look for them. But only for those who know what to look for. Quartz is one of the most abundant minerals on Earth. Crystalline quartz is a composite of six-sided prisms which have grown together in a process called twining. Sometimes the crystals grow at right angles to each other, but more frequently two crystals grow from a common prism face, or several crystals grow into each other so that the corner of one penetrates the face of another. Amethyst. I might have to do a two-pager for this one. Amethyst is one that I believe most people are familiar with. It's purple. Is a crystalline quartz that is lilac to deep purple in color. The deeper the color, the more valuable it is. Citrine is kind of orangey, brownish. We'll call it golden. Citrine, golden, is a form of quartz that is a rich golden color, is closely related to amethyst. In fact, if amethyst is heated to about 550 degrees centigrade, it becomes citrine, for the heat eliminates the impurity that causes the purple coloration. Tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is a fabulous type of crystalline quartz in which thin yellowish and reddish-brown bands are apparent when light reflects off the polished surface. Yellow and red bands. Yellow, red bands. Diamond is pure carbon and is formed deep in the mantle of the earth, where extreme temperatures, more than 1,000 degrees centigrade, and extreme pressure, more than 50,000 times greater than on Earth's surface, make its crystal extremely compact and strongly bonded. Hence diamonds' well-known hardness. Due to their hardness, low-quality diamonds have many industrial uses, such as for grinding wheels and drill bits. Magma brings diamond crystals to the Earth's surface, along with other rocks from the mantle. These kimberlite pipes often contain olivine, peridot, garnet, sirion, as well as diamond. When gem hunters spot any of the indicator minerals pictured below, they would do well to search the surrounding area for diamond crystals. So we need zircon, which is yellow, garnet, which is red. I'll write down olivine, but I don't think we need it. Is green. Turline comes in so many colors that it probably has at least at one time or another been confused with all other stones in this book. However, turline crystals are deeply and distinctively straightened. Straighted, grooved, prismatic, and triangular in cross-section. The most common color is black, but some turline crystals are multicolored, such as watermelon turline, which is pink and on the inside and green on the outside. So, tourmaline is bicolored. Beryl is a diverse mineral with several gemstone varieties. Common beryl is opaque, milky green, while its rarer gem varieties are transparent. All varieties form long, hexagonal, prismatic crystals, which are similar to tourmaline crystals, but lack tourmaline's characteristic straightons. Aquamarine, now this one is a beauty. And it might just be because I love the color aqua. Is a blue-green, so that's blue-green. Turquoise, though. It's got a richer color to it. I like it. Is the blue-green to deep blue variety of beryl. While most gemstones form relatively small crystals, aquamarine has been known to form crystals weighing more than 100 pounds, although such specimens are rather rare. Emerald is a deep green. We're going to write emerald down. It is a deep green variety of beryl, which gets its color from trace amounts of chromium. Emerald gemstones tend to contain extraneous matter. Indeed, the source of a stone can sometimes be pinpointed by examining its impurities or inclusions. Garnet I already have written down as red, so we'll just continue on, is a relatively common gemstone because garnets often appear in their host rocks as almost perfectly fractured crystals. They have attracted human attention for centuries. Unlike other gemstones, garnet forms relatively spherical crystals that are generally reddish in color and look somewhat like pomegranate seeds. We need to know peridot. Okay. Perirope garnet crystals are deep red. They form in the Earth's mantle and are brought to the Earth's surface in much the same way as diamond crystals. Therefore, finding uh, propope increases the likelihood, but doesn't guarantee, that diamonds can be found in the vicinity. In the most well-known form of olivine, its bright green apple crystals are thick and vertically straightened, with wedge-shaped with wedge-shaped terminations and an oily luster. Most peridot is found amid basaltic rock, which have been brought to the Earth's surface by lava. So peridot is apple green. Okay. Cornium, or aluminum oxide, is second in hardness only to diamond, and is a component of the black magnetic rock known as emery. Has been mined and used for thousands of years in abrasive. Its crystals are commonly six-sided and barrel-shaped, with tapering ends when pure, colorless. I have this thing. When I read sometimes, I read a line, no punctuation. Right? So I will read like a straight line without punctuation, and that includes like periods and everything. And if the sentence stops mid-line, it'll always throw me off. It's something my mom noticed I've done since I was a kid. I need ruby, sapphire, and zircon. Fire and zircon. I don't think all of these are in the thing, but we'll do it. There are two. So rubies are one of two gemstone. Rubies are red. Two gemstone varieties of cordium. Rubies are deep red and are formed when cordious substrates for alumnus are cordium crystals. Sapphires include all other color variations of gems of cordium and may be pink, yellow, green, blue, or colorless, depending on which transitional element, such as iron and titanium, infuse the crystallization process. However, cornflower blue sapphires are by far the most sought after, so blue. Zircon. That's a gemstone quality rivals diamonds in its beauty and brilliance. Though not in hardness. Zircon crystals are typically prismatic with pyridicimal ends and are usually found as single specimens. They may be suspended in rock or, because they're dense and durable, small grain-like crystals are often round in beach placer deposits. Natural gemstones are usually reddish-brown, but when subjected to heat, they turn yellow, colorless, or blue. Yellow. Oh, I already had zircon on there. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. And that's the end of our gemstones research for today. Ooh. I mean, it makes sense for it to wiggle, because we got...
J.H. For Jake Hurley, obviously.
Yep.
Must be Jake's insignia.
Cool. He had his own insignia, did he?
Another gemstone.
He seems to have decorated with a lot of gemstones.
Elisa Sandberger.
Ooh, we need to write this down. I put that as a Z. It's supposed to be easy. E. Liza Sandberger. Camille called this one Eliza Sandberger. Krollmeister received of Jake Hurley for the price of $3.73. One Krollmeister doll with decorative red ribbon on the 16th day of June, 1880. So, red ribbon. So Eliza Sandberger has a red ribbon.
Strange. It seems to be built into the wall. It's locked.
That looks like a slime to me. That's not what it's supposed to be, but we've got a slime and
Those
cherries.
symbols look like the ones I saw in that sampler.
It's supposed to be an owl. Okay. Owl and cherries. What do we need for owl and cherries? I have cherries as 10. I have eagle, square, and duck. What do we have for owl? Owl is 7. Owl is 7. Okay. So owl is 7. What do we have? We have 7. And then cherries is 10. 7, 8, 9, 10.
That square and that duck look very familiar.
We got 'em. Interesting.
Silver. What do all those colors have to do with silver?
Okay, silver is orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. Green, red, purple, yellow. Okay, so that's the combination. Anything else of interest? No, it's just, documents from the 1800s. Nothing interesting. Just old documents from the 1800s. There's nothing cool in there. Could be so upset about a thing that befell a doll. I accidentally knocked Camille calls Naughty Tina. Camille has issues with naming her dolls. Naughty Tina. Off the shelf, and literally, I'm afraid fractured its tiny skull. Despite my heartfelt. So, this is Broken Face. So, Naughty Tina has a broken face. Apologies. Camille burst tears at the sight of crack which now traverses Naughty Tina's face. Tears continued unabated for hours. I told her I'd order her another as soon as we reached Copper Gorge. She really has a thing for dolls, apparently.
Looks like to make this thing, whatever it is, I'm going to need a spyglass, a pickaxe, and a lamp. Citrine, amethyst, zircon, those are all gemstones.
Okay.
I think.
So, we need citrine, which I have, amethyst, which I have, zircon, which I have. We do not need garnet. That's good. We do not need emerald. That is also good. We do need tourmaline. We do not need aquamarine. We do need Peridot. We do not need Ruby. And we do not need Sapphire, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay. So that's what we need. We need Tourmaline and Peridot. Is what we need. Okay. I'm just going to take that. That's mine now.
According to that diagram I found, those 6 gemstones are supposed to go in these 6 holders. But I have no idea which one goes where.
Okay.
Wonder what's supposed to go here.
This is an excellent question. What do we got?
Looks like I need to enter 8 letters into this thing. The question is, which 8 letters?
Camille. Okay, so this is another, like, force lock. Alright. So this is another force lock here where we can just kind of brute force it. If you just kind of play with it enough. Okay. So, almost done here. Got it. Hello?
Lori?
Oh my gosh!
Hi!
I never thought you'd be the one to find me. No offense. Nadine?
Nancy. Nancy Drew.
Yeah,
Well,
she's
as
not
you
going to
can see,
remember
I
that.
wasn't really spirited away by ghosts or anything. That bookshelf in the dining car, you step on this thing in the floor in there, and it slides open. I practiced disappearing for weeks.
Okay then. So she's reading The Moon Tells No Lies by Charlena Purcell. So it was all just for show?
So it was just all for show?
Well, not entirely. See, here's the deal. My dad wound up with this train when he bought out Noram Shipping. They'd been storing it in this old warehouse outside St. Louis for so long
Well,
that
okay
everybody
then.
had just forgotten about it. Anyway, after like mass begging on my part, Dad had the train restored to working condition and got me an engineer and track permits and all that other stuff until finally, here
Ooh.
we are, on our way to find out what happened to Jake Hurley.
I think you were going to explain why you kidnapped yourself, or why do you need a train? Let's talk about why you kidnapped yourself.
I think you were going to explain why you kidnapped yourself.
Shall we?
Right. Well, see, I was one of the first people in like 100 years to set foot on this train, okay?
Whoa.
Everything was just the way it was when Jake disappeared. Except, I also found this. It's a letter that Jake wrote in 1901 to his niece back east.
Ooh.
He was real paranoid about claim jumpers, which is why he never told anyone where his mine was. But he was also afraid something would happen to him, and no one would ever know where it was. So he wrote this letter to his only living relative, Ruth Kensington. Here, take it.
You want me to have it? Why?
Because you found me. See, in that letter, Jake tells Ruth that everything she needs to figure out where his mine is on this train. He also warns her that his wife's spirit is on the train too, which kind of creeps me out. But the thing is, to find Jake's lost mine, we need the train.
How do you know
Okay.
this Ruth person didn't find the mine decades ago?
Mostly because I found that letter in the wastebasket. It was like she'd gotten so ticked off, trying to follow her nutty uncle's clues, that she finally said to heck with the whole thing.
Okay, then. So you want me to figure out where the mine is. What about the other people you invited on this trip?
What about the other people you invited on this trip?
If you want to show them that letter, go ahead. It's totally up to you. We're going to Copper Gorge because that's where Jake buried Camille, so I figured his mine might be somewhere around there too. But if you think we need to go somewhere else, you just let me know and I'll have the engineer take us there.
How well do you know your guests?
How well do you know your guests?
Well, I don't know you or those Harvey guys at all.
Hardy. Frank and Joe Hardy.
Whatever. I didn't know John Gray before this either, but I love his show, and I figured he'd jump at the chance to investigate an honest-to-goodness haunted train, and now that someone has finally found me, I can finally go meet him for real.
What about Charlena Purcell?
I just know her from her books, which are so good. In fact, I just started reading her latest one, The Moon
Oh,
Tells
she
No
told me.
Lies.
Okay.
See, what I'd really like to do is write romance novels. Everybody who knows me says I'd be really good at it. In fact, a while back, I sent Charlena some ideas, just to see what she thought.
And?
She hated them.
Yeah. Writing isn't for everybody. What about Tino Balducci?
How well do you know Tino Balducci?
I met Tino right after he got famous for solving those robberies. Inviting him here for this was a no-brainer. I mean, what an awesome detective. And those piercing eyes of his, you just know his mind's in there going 90 miles an hour.
Piercing eyes, eh? If I could raise a singular eyebrow, I would. But I cannot. I can't do it in real life either. It's not just that I can't do it with the model. I can't do it in real life either. It's weird because, like, the hand tracking almost seems to be working, except for her hands are waving around like crazy. And I'm not moving. My hands were not moving, which is strange. And I wonder if it's registering my headset mic sometimes as my hand, which is weird. Also, hand tracking is not supposed to be live for me until Monday, so that's also weird. But okay. Hey, I'll take the extra movement, whatever works.
How come you didn't try to find the mine yourself?
Maybe I did. Or maybe I just thought letting other people try to find it would be a good excuse to throw a party. I like parties.
She does like parties.
I'll come back later.
I'll be waiting.
Oh, I got the beret color wrong, Bess. It's white, not pink. Sorry.
Locked, naturally. Wonder how you open it. Wonder how you're supposed to get this open.
All right. What have we hit?
I can use this
Ooh!
I saw in Camille's car.
Yes, I can. This is definitely a thing. Oh, I can solve this now.
The 3rd of November, 1901, from somewhere in Colorado.
Oh, Nancy's gonna read
Ruth,
it. Cool.
I know that we've never met, but now that your father, my estranged brother, is gone, you are my only living relative. I am writing to you to tell you about my mine before I, too, depart this earth, and its location is lost forever. I cannot tell you outright where it is, lest this epistle fall into the wrong hands, but with the information which follows, and with my train, which shall be yours upon my death, I promise that you'll be able to find it. First, you will need a map. To
Okay.
know that my travels have taken me all over this great country, to towns which can be difficult to find, to Calico, Silverado, and Central City, to Dodge City, Virginia City, and Tombstone. To locate the mine on the map, you'll need my projector. When it comes to placing the stones, you'll need to ask someone who holds a warm place in my heart. I have stored his name accordingly, but to retrieve his name, you'll have to give the dolls an order.
Oh.
This will require looking inside Camille's dancing shoes for the name of their maker, and wearing the shoes as you perform her favorite step on the dance floor.
Okay.
As for my beloved Camille, she has 4 words for you. Words which, when translated into numbers and used in combination, will help power my projector. But alas, she's taken them with her to her grave. So go to Copper Gorge, Colorado, and pay your respects, and let some of her goodness rub off on you.
All right,
I promised
then.
Camille that this train would always be her home. In return, she promised to never leave, and indeed she never has. People say I'm crazy, but I've seen her and heard her and feel her presence on the train even today, 20 years after her untimely death. So above all else, my dear niece, let nothing happen to my train. It holds wonderful things. Kindest regards, Jake Hurley.
That's nice. Can we go back up to the cities, please? Thank you. I hadn't finished. Central City. Dodge City. Virginia City and Tombstone. Virginia City and Tombstone. Okay. So, the important bit about that.
This has something to do with that list of cities Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth.
Yep, we're going to start with Calico. Then we are going to go, Silverado. Then we want to say Central City and Central City. Yes. Then we want to say Dodge. Nope. City. No. Okay. Dodgecity. Yes, got it. Now we want to go Virginia. Virgini. I need an A. I don't have an A around here. Should be Virginia City and then Tombstone. Do I have another V? No. Virgini. But I got no A is the problem. A. Oh. There it was. It was down here randomly. Alright, and then we want to go Tombstone. Whoop. Tombstone. Got it. Okay. And that leaves us with yet another missing pencil. My land sakes. What do I keep doing with these things? Okay. That leaves us with
all that's left is a jumble of letters.
NVRZTBAA. Nvrstba. No? Alright, well, we had a place to put letters.
Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth.
Alright, so we had a place to put letters, so let's talk. Nvrstba. NVRZ. Oh, this is supposed to be T. BAA. There we go. Naverstaba. Yipes! Okay, I did a thing.
Jake's mine must be somewhere on this map, but where?
Okay. Well, we figured out the meaning of Naverstaba.
Can't check that off. Haven't done that yet. Can't check that off. Check.
Oh, there are so many things to do here. Okay. Let's start collecting gemstones. Mine. Pipes! I do love the pipe game. I do love a good pipe game. Now I did say I love a good pipe game. This gotta go down here then. Which means this one's gotta go this way.
There.
Got
all
it!
Done.
Yay! I connected the pipes. What does that do? Your guess is as good as mine? Okay, my guess might be better. I might have played this a few dozen times, but still. Ruth Kensington. That name sounds familiar from another game. No, I think Ruth Kensington is his niece, right?
Teddy Eberhardt.
Ooh, we've got another doll name. Teddy Eberhardt. Thank you for giving the doll we call Teddy Eberhardt a home. Krollmeister Dollworks. Doesn't say anything about him. Oh, he's got plaid. Because he's wearing plaid. Because the box is plaid. Okay. What's
Sickly
this?
Sarah caught a germ so new it made one of her pretty green eyes turn blue.
Sarah has bi-colored eyes. Alright. So there we go. We've got another doll down. Hello!
I found Lori safe and sound in the caboose, so I guess those vibes you got about her being in serious trouble were wrong.
Strange. My vibes are never wrong. What's even stranger is I'm still getting them. So maybe they're not about Lori. Maybe they're about you.
Oh, I'm always in trouble. It's fine.
I'm confused. Are you a scientist or a psychic?
I happen to be both. What's commonly referred to as psychic phenomena is all a matter of energy. Just because we don't know where that energy is generated or how to measure it yet, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
I
Trust me,
mean...
either you or Lori is, or soon will be, in big trouble.
Okay.
Could you be more specific?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, I'll catch you later.
Goodbye.
I mean, not entirely wrong. A lot of what we now consider science is...
That tool I saw in the caboose. I
Yep.
bet that's what you use to unscrew these bolts.
I mean, a lot of what we now consider science started off as insane ramblings. You know? So far, we're good. I say, and then immediately turn a back one. Okay, so that one moves singularly. This is the only one that's out of place. Okay. Let me guess. Of course. Can never be easy, can it? And then this one moves these three, and then this one moves these two.
More pipes to connect.
Yay! Oh, that's just fun. I feel like that's probably right for blue. Ooh, that's just all kinds of fun. What if we connect those two? Connect that, connect that, connect that. Done! That actually makes it almost easier because once you find the positions for blue and red. Oh, I should go tell Tino, shouldn't I? Oh, Tino!
Well, it's the little lady detective.
Yes, it
What
is.
do you need?
I found Lori. She was hiding in the caboose.
Oh, yeah?
She
Apparently.
disappeared because she wanted to see who'd find her first, which is why she left that clue behind.
That slug? I mean, I knew that slug was a clue.
Oh, did
That's
you?
why I gave it to you.
Yes.
I could have found Lori no sweat, but I thought,
I'm-
hey, why not give somebody else a shot? And you came through. Nice job.
Thank you.
You're
But look, from
so
now on,
nice.
if you come across anything that may have something to do with Jake Hurley in his mind, let me know, okay? But just so I can, give you advice, help you sort things out. After all, the opportunity to work side by side with a world-famous police detective doesn't come along every day,
Yeah, you're right. I have not at all met super famous star Brady Armstrong or super famous star Rick Arlen, or definitely am not friends with famous soap star Maddie Jensen, or have rubbed elbows with people of the likes of Charlena Purcell, Prudence Rutherford. No, you're right. Once in a lifetime opportunity. You got it. So how did you and Lori meet?
How did you and Lori meet?
We met at a party in New York. Nice girl. Not a lot upstairs, but nice girl.
She seems to have a thing for your eyes.
She seems to have a thing for your eyes.
Yeah, she always told me they were... I mean, she told me once that she thought they were very, brown.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Anyone else sensing a little bit of a thing here? Shh. Right, yeah. She told you they were brown. Got it.
What do you think happened to Jake Hurley?
He probably died trying to work that mine of his all by himself.
Fair.
But I'll let you in on a secret. I'm onto something that could crack this case wide open.
Oh, cool. So you know where the mine is?
You know where the mine is?
Sorry, can't go into detail. Let's just say that thanks to yours truly, what happened to Jake Hurley won't be a mystery much longer.
Thanks for your
Fun.
help.
Anything for a fellow detective.
Yeah. Well, at least I'm a fellow detective. I mean, could be worse. I would say that's creepy, except we are on a moving train. I mean, really. Alright. Let's go to the sleeping car, shall we?
What is that?
What on earth? Fun! Haunted train. Ooh, puzzle. I do love a good puzzle. So this is as far in as they will let me go, eh? Okay, that's got to be the center. This is the top. Which makes this the bottom. And these the sides. Did I get the corners wrong? I did. I got the corners wrong. Okay, let's try these two swapped. See, that doesn't fit the... Oh, you know what? I bet you it's this. Got it!
Left pickaxe and lamp with fuel for safekeeping. To open what's closed, lead is the key.
Okay.
Lead is the key.
We need lead, which I believe is PB. If I remember my periodic table of the elements correctly. I might not actually remember it correctly. Was there a gemstone in Camille's car? There might have been. Should have been. Would make sense if there were. Not that I see right away. Doesn't mean much.
Looks like Camille was teaching herself how to play the piano.
Oh, joy. We have another piano puzzle, guys. Yay. I love piano puzzles. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 keys. So I need 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was a little bit off. 7, 8. Okay. So then that makes this C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Let's make sure that says B. Okay. And then this is C sharp. This is D sharp. This is, we gotta skip one, put one here. This is F sharp. We have G sharp and A sharp, which is also D, B, E, B, G, B, A, B, or B, B. Okay, cool. What have we got?
Thomasina O'Neill.
Oh boy, we've got another doll. Everyone's favorite. Thomasina O'Neill. This is going to be missing hair. It's missing hair. When we finally get into the cabinet to see her, she is going to be missing hair. Oh boy. Alright. So we've checked both cabins. There we go. Anything in here?
Nancy, what's with the Cheshire Cat grin?
You found Lori.
I did.
She's holed up in the caboose, and as a reward for finding her, she let me have this. It's a letter from Jake to his niece in which he leaves clues telling her how to find his mine. Only the clues are extremely obtuse.
Cool.
You found Lori, you got the letter with all the clues. Guess you don't need us anymore.
I don't actually. I mean,
Want my
what?
help?
Are you kidding? You bet I do.
Now you're talking.
So Balducci wants me to share everything I find with him. So this is like they're actually your hint system in this.
I found a diagram for some kind of contraption
I
that
think,
Jake designed.
if I remember
But to operate
correctly.
it, you need his pickaxe and some kind of lamp or lantern, which it looks like he gave to somebody named Buell.
Buell. Joe, show her.
Show her what?
That old picture we found.
Okay.
Hi.
We found this on the bookshelf. See? Buell's Supplies and Pawn Shop. That's gotta be the same Buell Jake gave his axe and lantern to.
Well, okay
Yeah,
then.
100 years ago. And the guy was a pawnbroker, Frank. The stuff's probably long gone.
Or maybe it's still somewhere in Copper Gorge.
Ooh.
Well, that's where we're headed, so let's just hope for the best.
Right.
Balducci wants me to share everything I find out about Jake Hurley with him.
I'll bet he does.
He just doesn't want you to show him up again.
Yeah.
He wants you to do all the legwork, so at the last minute, bam, he can swoop in and grab all the credit.
I wouldn't tell him a thing, Nance.
I'm not planning on it. I didn't tell him about the
It
letter.
stands to reason that the only person other than Jake who had to have known the location of Jake's mine was the engineer on Jake's train.
Very true.
Not necessarily. Jake might not have told him the exact location. Maybe he just had him drop him off somewhere nearby.
Well, still,
That's-
we'd be way ahead of the game if we knew where that drop-off point was.
True.
If
So.
the engineer had any surviving relatives, we may be in luck.
The guy died more than 100 years ago. How are we supposed to find out his name?
Maybe Charlena What's-Her-Face could tell us how to go about it.
Good idea, Frank. I'll ask her. See you soon.
You better.
I love Charlena What's Her Face. That's great. Maybe Charlena What's Her Face can tell
Looks
us.
like this thing opens up. But how?
I don't know, but it's a square and a duck.
Yes?
I found Lori. She's in the caboose. You were right. She disappeared because she wanted to see which of us would find her first.
And you won. Congratulations.
I love how she. You won. Congrats. I don't care. I love how, like, facetious she is. She really just does not give an F about this. It's like, why did you even come at this point? Others on the train, John Gray and the police detective. Do you know them very
The
well?
others on the train, John Gray and that police detective, do you know them very well?
I don't know them at all. Needless to say, I don't watch television, so I've never even seen Mr. Gray before. Although I do know that his profession, if you can call it that, is rife with crackpots.
Ooh.
As for Mr. Balducci, from what I've read, his success in solving those robberies was less a matter of talent and more a matter of being in the right place at precisely the right time.
Oh.
In other words, you don't think he deserves all the attention he's getting?
No. You and those two Boy Scouts you're with would make better detectives.
In fact, we do. I mean, what?
Did you know that Lori wants to be a romance novelist?
Doesn't everyone?
No. No. Adventure stories, sometimes fantasy. Not romance.
Have you discussed any of her ideas with her?
No. Could we please talk about something a little more pleasant?
How would I go about finding out the name of Jake's train engineer?
Little dodgy
If you're
there.
smart, you'd ask me. And because my work is going surprisingly well, during my next break, I'll log on to my archives at home and see what I can turn up.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Whoever invented the cellular modem, that's whom you should thank, dear.
I should get
All
going.
right, fair
My
enough.
publisher thanks you.
So why did she even come is the question. Why would she even bother coming to the thing, to the train? I guess maybe for the experience. I mean, it's hard to say no to, like, oh, a ride on an 18th century train. Especially when you're somebody who loves research as much as she does. It's hard to say no to that. But still. Questions for you.
I saw a bunch of weird glowing lights outside the window of the sleeping car.
Yeah.
Really? Actually, I'm not surprised.
You're not?
You're not?
They're probably some form of piezoelectricity. See, my guess is quartz crystals in the ground are being compressed as the train passes over them, and the resulting voltage, called piezoelectricity, is manifesting itself as glowing lights, probably because of some quirk in the train shape or in the composition of the metals used in its construction. It was custom built, remember?
Fair enough. So he's got a scientific explanation for the lights we see. That's nice.
So it's a natural phenomenon, not a ghostly one?
Take it from me. Old Mother Nature was capable of some pretty scary stuff.
No
Well, I'll catch you
kidding.
later.
Come back anytime.
I mean, that's before we're talking about tornadoes, other random delightfulness. So I don't need to know the flats, just G-G-E-G-A. Okay. I can't play the piano now. He'll get mad. Since he's the nicest person on this train so far, I really don't want to get him angry at me.
Glad you dropped in. Lori told me she'd given you a letter from Jake Hurley that says how to find his mind.
That's right. You can read it if
That's
you want.
right. You can read it if you want.
Lori should have given that to me. I mean, I'm the trained professional around here. Let me take a look.
Yeah, but I found her first, so I'm sorry. That was rude.
I've seen enough.
Okay.
2 words. Useless. Those are
That's
just
one
the
word.
grindings of a guy
That's-
who spent
that's-
way too much of his life swirling mud around in Pandora in the hot sun. 5-star nut job.
Okay.
You
So,
don't think there's anything helpful in there?
Nada.
don't tell him that I already found the map. I already used this to find the map. Don't tell him. Shh. You're right. Nothing
Thanks for
useful.
your help.
Anything for a fellow detective.
Absolutely nothing useful in there. You are right. Boring. Complete snooze fest. Am I right? Yeah. You know, I wonder if I can open the square and the duck. I did get that 1/8 piece, right? And according to what I have, the square is supposed to be 4. I cannot. The duck is 1 and the square is 4, so no. I cannot open that. Alright. Let's go. Blah!
Somebody must have thrown the emergency brake.
Ay, Dios mío.
The question is, did somebody throw the brake or something?
Oh, Joe, now you sound like Lori.
Hey, I was the first one on the scene, and I saw no one.
So who is the next person on the scene?
Who was the next person on the scene?
John Gray. Then Balducci came bursting through one door while Frank and the engineer came through the other. Boy, was that guy ticked.
Imagine.
He said the train could have derailed.
Yeesh!
Brake, muttered a few choice words, then headed back to the engine just as you and Lori showed up.
Everybody was there except Charlena. I don't think she left her laptop the whole time.
Do you think she could have thrown the brake and snuck back to her laptop?
Do you think she could have thrown the brake and snuck back to her laptop without your seeing her?
Not likely, but possible, I guess.
The question is, why? What did she or anybody else stand to gain by stopping the train?
Answer? Nothing. Which is why I think we should at least consider the possibility that something less human in nature may be at work here.
Ah, Joe.
I'm going to see if Balducci's done dusting for fingerprints. Catch you later.
Hey, since you're here, might as well talk to you.
Questions?
Always.
Would you like to see the letter that Lori gave me as a reward for finding her?
The one in which Jake Hurley supposedly tells his niece how to find his lost mine? No, thank you. I happily leave it to you to try to solve the mystery of his disappearance. You can afford to look foolish, dear. I can't.
Ugh. The condescension.
Do you have a theory as to who pulled the emergency brake?
Well, I know it wasn't me. I assume it wasn't you, and I highly doubt it was Lori. So that leaves those two friends of yours, Mr. Gray and Mr. Balducci.
What do you think their motive was?
I don't know about your friends, but perhaps those other two simply thought it would be fun. Boys will be boys.
I mean, Balducci maybe, but John does not strike me as the type. Joe. Joe maybe. Frank, no.
Were you able to find the name of Jake's train engineer?
I came across 3 references to the fact that Jake had an engineer, but I'm afraid none of them included his name. I failed. Sorry.
Aren't you even going to try finding out what happened to Jake Hurley?
No time. The only reason I haven't insisted that Lori release me from all this silliness is there's always the possibility that what happened to him has the makings of a bestseller, although I highly doubt it.
Why are you so sure?
Why are you so sure that Jake's story wouldn't make a bestseller?
His story is an all too common one. A man wanders off into the desert in search of gold and never returns. Why? He either doesn't have enough food or water, or he encounters hostile natives.
Okay then. But why was this train found in the middle of nowhere with just a dead engineer on board? What about Camille dying on the train like that?
What about his wife, Camille, dying on the train like that?
That does make the story a little more interesting. She probably died of something mundane like pneumonia or even measles. Now, if it was wintertime when she died, and they were in the mountains, Jake no doubt kept her body on the train for months before he buried her, which is rather delicious in a morbid sort of way.
Ugh.
How do you think Jake's engineer wound up dead on the train in the middle of nowhere?
My guess is the engineer got tired of waiting for Jake to return, took off in the train to get help, and died of a heart attack along the way, after which the train rolled to a stop in Blue Moon Canyon. Anyone experienced enough to single-handedly run a steam engine would have been quite a bit older than Jake.
Well, all right then.
Well, I'll let you go.
That would be nice.
She has an answer for every question, doesn't she? So, on to talking to the rest of the boys. Can I open this one? No, this is the one that takes the thing. I can't open that yet. Okay, cool. I can't do that one yet. I do love a good pipe puzzle, though.
So,
Hello.
So are you making any progress in here?
oh yeah, not only am I getting some real unusual EMRs, that's electromagnetic readings, but take a look at this.
You've got something?
I set up a camera and took some time-lapse photos. Sometimes I was in the room, sometimes I wasn't, but somewhere along the line, I managed to get a shot of Camille.
Where? You don't mean that little blob,
He
do
means
you?
this.
Yep, that's Camille.
Okay.
Could just
You're
be a
skeptical.
lens
That's cool.
flare.
Just remember, the key word when it comes to ghostly phenomena is energy. That blob is the result of Camille's residual life force, spirit if you will, reacting with the chemicals in the photographic paper.
Couldn't it just be a flaw in the photographic paper?
Okay, it could be that too, but it's not. Trust me.
I won't keep you any longer.
Take care.
I mean, like, it's very possible that he just legitimately believes it. He legitimately believes there's science behind it, and if that makes you feel better, more power to you, I guess. It's not my thing, but it's up to
What's
you.
going on?
Did you find any fingerprints on the emergency brake handle?
None that ready hell, thanks to Casey Jones up there. I told the old geezer not to touch anything, but he went and got his big, fat, oily paw prints all over the place. If we didn't need him to drive the train, I'd charge him with obstruction of justice.
Here's the thing, okay? In real police work, actually finding undamaged fingerprints is super, 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 super rare. Just due to the way that we move our hands and handle things, it's super rare to find undamaged fingerprints. Now, secondly, not only is it super rare to find undamaged fingerprints, those fingerprints would only be helpful to you if you could match them to somebody here. Which means, since you obviously don't have access to APHIS, if you found a fingerprint, you would have to fingerprint each one of us individually, which would be very difficult to do on a moving train. And then you would have to use a magnifying glass to compare our fingerprints to the one you found. And even that may not prove much depending on where you found it. So, you know, fingerprints are almost worthless at this point.
Did you do anything else besides look for fingerprints?
Of course. As a matter of fact, I found this. Probably fell out of the perp's pocket while he was yanking on the handle.
Looks like some kind of thermometer.
Yeah, like the kind a certain ghost hunter uses on that bogus show of his.
You think John Gray threw the break? But why would he do that?
Because they're thinking about axing his show, that's why. I checked with this buddy of mine in L.A. Gray's got to come up with something real big real soon, or he's toast. And you can't get much bigger than a train with a spooky past that's prone to strange accidents, now can you?
Have you confronted John with your suspicions?
Have you confronted John with your suspicions?
All in due time. I always like to get my ducks in a row before I make an arrest.
You're going to arrest him for throwing an e-brake.
You're going to arrest him?
Hey, the train could have derailed. We're talking reckless endangerment, attempted assaults, maybe even attempted murder. John Gray wanted publicity. That's exactly what I'm gonna give him.
For throwing an e-brake.
Don't mention it.
Okay, most of those charges are an extreme stretch.
That gems I need. Maybe Tina will let me take a closer look.
That's an extreme stretch, and any good lawyer will have him off for that in like a heartbeat.
What's going on?
Do you think I could take a closer look at that cougar statue?
What, that cigar clipper? Go ahead, take a look.
I'll bet I need this stone to build that thing in the diagram I found. But if I remove it now, Tina will know I'm onto something. Interesting.
Right.
I just wanted to get a good look at it, that's all.
Oh, I have the code.
It's been great talking to you.
Helping people is what I'm all about.
I have the code. Silver is orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. Okay. Silver is orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. Got it. What's in here?
Looks like a pattern for some kind of dance step. Maybe I better keep this.
Oh boy. We's got a dance to perform. So, we have a grid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 5x4 grid mostly. Okay. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, close enough. All right. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just add another column onto the back here to make 5. Okay. So technically we don't need these back 2 columns. We need to have our start as right here. I'm going to put left foot as a stick, right foot as a circle. It will make my life easier. So right foot goes up here as 2. Left foot moves up 1. That's our first step. Goes from here to here. That's our third step. And then our right foot goes from there to there. That's our fourth step. Our fifth step goes down to here. That's 5. And then our sixth step skips 1 and goes down here. That's 6. And then 7 skips 2, goes to the bottom. That's 7. 8 skips 1, goes down here. That's 8. And then we switch the pattern up and go move the right foot, then the left for 9 and 10. Okay.
Wilson carbide and acetylene works.
Dear Jake, I have sent you 2 lamps which you should receive by the end of the month. When you get them, simply place carbide in the lower chamber, water in the upper chamber, then use the built-in flint lighter to ignite the jet of gas which results. As you'll see, the carbide lamp is an exceedingly practical device, especially for people in your dark and dangerous line of work. Would that you or I had invented it. In your last letter, you sounded quite despondent, old chum. I suppose this is understandable in view of your failure to strike it rich, but I'm living proof of how quickly misfortune can turn into good fortune. Little did I suspect 5 years ago that my attempt to produce aluminum would instead produce calcium carbide, or that calcium carbide, when placed in water, would release acetylene. Yet suddenly I was the super I was the surprised but happy owner of the patent for an inexpensive way of manufacturing an extremely flammable gas. So this is the guy that apparently invented the acetylene torch. Just as I became wealthy when I sold the patent, I have no doubt that you too will someday be handsomely rewarded for your efforts. Continue to keep me apprised of your adventures, dear friend, and never ever give up. May the lamps I send you soon light your way to the gold you seek. Always your friend, Thomas Wilson. The train really likes to rock back here. I don't know. Alright. So, let's try. Now, before we go talking to Lori, I've been coming down here for the last several
The name of the
minutes.
shoes is so faded, I can't tell what it is. Maybe Bess and George can help me figure out who made them.
No idea. Alright, so we have the step. We need to go 1 here, 2 here, 3 goes here, 4 goes here, 5 goes here, 6 goes here, 7 goes here, 8 goes here, and then we switch it up and we go 9, 10. That's it. Ooh. There's the gemstone. That's still locked, but we do have
I like to collect dolls.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 dolls, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Woo! And 11 names. Ah. That's very nice.
Yes?
I hear that Tino and you used to be an item.
How
Oh.
did you know that?
I'm a good detective, remember?
I'm a good detective, remember?
We went out a couple of times, yeah. As for why we stopped going out, you'd have to ask him.
Do you have any idea who threw the emergency brake?
I know exactly who did it.
Oh.
You do?
Well, who else could it be? Camille. None of us has any reason to stop the train but Camille.
I should write
She
her
doesn't
name
want us to
down.
find Jake's mine, so she's going to do whatever she can to keep its location a secret.
I mean, I don't think her name is ever the answer to a puzzle, but I should write it down just because.
Did you see something?
Well, no. But I'll tell you what. Your friend, that Jim Harley guy?
Not Jim, Joe Hardy.
Yeah, well, he thinks it's Camille, too. He just doesn't have the guts to say so.
No, he has the guts to say
Keep
so.
me posted.
And in fact, he has said so. Many times. And in no uncertain terms. He has said so. Oh, I guess it's just glowing. I was going to be like, there's something weird about this stove. I guess it's just glowing. Okay. Let's give Bess and George a call. Because they can do a thing for me that nobody else can.
Hello?
Oh, I need
Hi,
to take a
Beth.
picture of him.
What's going on?
Hang on.
I better go.
Okay. Well, George, back to work.
Okay. Hang on, ladies. I gotta take a picture. I forgot. This was the first time they gave you a camera phone, so they insisted on you using it. Alright, let's go back to talk to the ladies and see what they have to say. Oh, ladies.
Hello?
Hi, Beth.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh no, there's still your hint system. Okay.
The name of the company that made Jake's wife's dancing shoes is too faded to read. But to find Jake's mine, I need to know what it is.
Hey, I know what you can do. Take a picture of them with your cell phone, then send it to us, and we'll check them out for you.
But I thought you guys had to paint Bess's room.
Boring. Besides, we're going to have to take a break soon because we're almost out of paint. Probably because Bess has gotten more on me than she has on the wall. Anyway, send us a picture of the shoes via cell phone and we'll get right on it.
Ah, you guys are the greatest.
I know. Need anything else?
Nope, that's it.
I better go.
We'll be right here. Yeah, washing the paint out of our hair.
Oh, it's not that hard to wash paint out of your hair. Okay, so I have the picture, but it won't let me send it. I guess I have to take a picture of it to send it? Okay. That's annoying. But hey, it was their first implementation of the camera phone. What do you want? Can I get closer in on the label? Nope, that's it. Camera. Send. To Bess. Send it. Thank you. Alright, there we go. Oh, ladies, I sent the picture. You got an answer? 'Cause I could use your answer.
Hello?
Me again. Just checking to see whether you were able to find out the name of those dancing shoes.
We got it.
Your wish is our command.
Okay.
But hang on to your hat. The name is a real mouthful. The shoes were made by Chaussette Chatillon.
CHATEETES.
CHATOYANTES. That's French for shimmering socks. Apparently, if you were into dancing in the 1870s, that was the company to get your shoes from.
Chaussette Chatillon. Got it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for letting us help.
Okay, I think I have it. Let me double check the spelling before I move on. CHAUSSETTES. CHATOYANTES. All right.
Catch you later.
Okay,
Right
great.
here.
So, the name of her shoes is Chaussette Chatillons. We have 11 dolls. We're 12 dolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 dolls, each with a first and last name. So we have an SC, an ET, I think that is. That one's I'm questioning. Alice the something. We have an AU, an HA, a CH, we have an ES, NT, TE, SS, and we have a TO. Alright, so Chantilly Hildegard with the pleated dress should go first, right? Let's start this one. This would be Chantilly Hildegard. She should go first. So that is CH. I need an AU. We need an awful Ursula. She has red hair. Alright. Awful Ursula. That is an AU. We need SS, so that would be Sickly Sarah, who has bicolored eyes. That would be this one. Okay. Then we need an ET. That's a TE. ET would be Edna the Terrible. She says Mama when picked up. That would be this one. Okay. So that is Chaussettete. T-E is Teddy Eberhart. He is the one in the plaid kilt. Okay. And then we need an S-C, which is Sadie Crawford. She has 2 left feet and is barefoot. That would be this one. Okay. Next up, we need an H-A, which would be Hagar Anderson in suspenders. He is already in the correct place. We need a T-O, which would be Thomasina O'Neill, which would be the young one missing hair. And then we need a Y-A. I don't have a Y-A. Unless it's Yawning Alice, which would be Y-A. So, tired? Okay. So it is Yawning Alice. That's a very nice scrapping page. Okay, so we can look at a scrapping page and we've got 2 more slugs. Got it. All right. Okie dokie. Well, we've got slugs. We know what to do with them. That brings us to here. Okay, so duck is 1. Okay, so duck is +1. All right, so we would need to go 8. No. All right, hang on. 8. +7? No. Okay. Got it. All right, so we got 1. And then we need, the eagle is 2. Square is 4. Okay. Six, 4. Okay, what if we put this here, this here? Oh, we lost the duck. That's annoying. Okay, so 4. Okay, so I have to keep the +4 then. We can't go back on the -1. Okay. Oh, we're very close.
There. With any luck, I just opened the stove in the dining car.
All right, we got it. What do you think we find in the stove in the dining car? What do you think we find? More pipes? I love pipe game. Maybe we find more pipe game. A letter.
James
Okay.
Thurston.
I hereby agree to pay James Thurston the sum of $9 a week plus room and board in return for his services as engineer of my train. All right, well, boys.
You missed it.
Missed what?
Woo!
Argument of the century.
Yay!
He's exaggerating.
Oh, come on. You heard them. They were ready to tear each other to shreds.
Uh-oh.
Who?
Charlena and Lori.
All we heard was the tail end of it, and unfortunately, we really couldn't make out what they were saying.
So you don't know what they were arguing about?
No.
But whatever it was, both of them were absolutely out of their minds, livid.
And it would probably be a good idea to find out why.
Let me
It
look into
would.
it. I'll talk to you later, okay?
You know where to find us.
Okay, so I gotta find that out first. So, Charlena.
Questions?
What were you and Lori arguing about earlier today?
Lori and I? We weren't arguing. We were simply discussing a topic about which both of us are passionate, that's all.
Were you discussing her wanting to be a romance novelist?
Were you discussing her wanting to be a romance novelist?
No. And even if we were, that's really none of your business. I know that sounds harsh, but really, Nancy, eavesdropping is so tacky.
Actually, it was Frank and Joe
We're
Hardy
on a
who overheard
train.
you.
It would be
They said I
hard
should
not to
talk
overhear
before
you.
They gave me all the gory details. But
Right.
since you obviously don't want to tell me your side of the story, I'll just have to get the scoop from them.
No, you don't have to do that. A storyline
Like-
that Lori submitted to me found its way into my last book, despite the fact that she never received compensation for it. She's reading the book now, and when she got to that part, she freaked.
So you stole one of her ideas.
You stole one of her ideas?
She had no business sending me unsolicited material. But technically, yes. Now, legally, she can't prove anything, and I'm certainly not about to admit anything.
But you
And it's
just
not as if
did.
she needs the money. But that's what we were arguing about.
Oh.
For what it's worth, I'm going to talk to this producer I know to see if he'll cast Lori in his next movie. It'll help ease my conscience, and who knows? She could wind up being a star. I mean, she is blonde.
Hey! What you saying about blondes? Trust me, we get no natural advantages in life, I'm just saying.
I should get going.
My publisher thanks you.
Oh,
how's it
boys.
Tino found one of John Gray's thermometers by the emergency brake handle and is getting ready to throw the book at him.
John Gray through the emergency brake? Why would he do that?
Tino thinks he did it to hype Ghost Factor to make it sound like there's something big going on. Or, that was my first question, which makes me wonder if maybe Tino's the one who's up to something. Both of these are good. All right, we're eeny, beeny, chilly, beany. I've got my eyes closed and don't know where my mouse is anymore.
Tino
That
thinks
one.
he did it to hype the Ghost Factor and make
That
it sound
is.
like he was onto something big so the cable company won't cancel his show.
I still say there's less to all this than meets the eye, if you get my drift.
I get your drift, Joe. I have lived with your drift for years. I am saddled with your drift.
All right.
Yeah, see, Joe does say it outright, and he says it outright constantly. We just keep rolling our eyes at him, so he ignores it.
I think I know the name of Jake Hurley's engineer. James
Woo.
Thurston.
Great! What else do you know about him?
Well, nothing.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, finding out more about him will give us something to do. We'll look into it.
See you in a bit.
You know where to find us.
Yeah, you never move. That'll give us something to do. You know, you could walk around, question suspects, Find jewels. No, you're just gonna sit there? Cool. Appreciate you just sitting there. That's fun. Oh, John.
Hey, glad you stopped in. You gotta listen to this.
Sure.
What have you got?
I put this digital recorder in the corner where Camille showed up in that picture and turned it on so it would just keep recording. Now when you play it back at normal volume, all you hear is background noise. But when you turn the volume way up and run the signal through a filter or two, hear that?
I hear something. It kind of sounds like a woman singing.
Not just any woman.
Camille.
So be careful what you say in here. She's listening.
Are you by any chance missing a small digital thermometer?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. When I went through the box I'd packed them in, that one over there, I came up one short. I was hoping to set up at least 6 in here so I could check for cold spots. How did you know I was missing one?
Because
Tino
Balducci
found it.
found it by the emergency brake handle when he was dusting it for fingerprints. And now he thinks you're the one who pulled it.
That's ridiculous. I didn't have any reason to pull the emergency brake.
Is it true that your show is in danger of being canceled?
Newsflash, my show was canceled. Happened last night. But what nobody knows yet is that it's been picked up by a major TV network. Not only am I still on the air, but I'm sitting prettier than ever. Any other questions?
Ooh.
Were you in this room the whole time prior to that emergency brake thing?
Of course not. I made a couple of trips to my compartment in the sleeping car to get more equipment. But did I get an overpowering urge to pull the emergency brake while I was there? No.
Interesting.
Well, I'll catch you later.
Come back anytime.
So Tino is right. His show was canceled. But according to him, it doesn't matter because he got an even better contract. So who cares? So he doesn't care because he got an even better contract, which is nice, but... Hey,
What's going
Tino.
on?
How come you told me you and Lori never went out, and she told me you did?
Don't you ever stop asking questions?
When people start answering honestly.
When people start answering them honestly, I do.
I dumped her, okay? I'm not proud of what I did. I'm not happy about what I did, but it's done. It's over. Now let's drop it.
If you didn't want to dump her, why did
If you didn't want to dump her, why did you?
You are incredibly irritating. You
Yes!
know that? I dumped
Yes!
her because
Yes!
because people said going out with her would make me look bad. Said she was a joke, that no one took her seriously. Said
Fair
if I
enough.
started hanging with her, no one would take me seriously. So I stopped calling.
No one takes him seriously anyway. Shh. Don't tell him. Big secret. Don't tell him nobody takes him seriously anyway.
Did you ever tell Lori any of this?
No. Now take a powder. I don't feel like talking anymore.
Not a bad idea. I'm going to be back in just a sec. And my model just absolutely flips out while I sit back down. But you know, excuse me. If you liked her, dude, you shouldn't have decided not to date her. You should have just gone with it. Alrighty.
Yes? I'll come back later.
You go, girl.
I will do my best. Speaking of going and girl, I am going down this way. We've already spoken with Tino and Gray and everybody else. Let's go talk to the Hardy Boys. See what they know. They've had some time to find some stuff on the one guy. There we are. Why is my model leaning the wrong way? It's so weird. Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
Were you able to find anything out about Jake's engineer, that James Thurston guy?
Good news and bad news. The good news is he had a wife in Copper Gorge, so he may have had children.
The bad
Ooh.
news is our internet service provider stopped providing before we could use our cell phones to find out anything else.
Well, all right
That's
then.
okay. We can do more checking when we get to Copper Gorge.
Right.
All right then. Let's head to Copper Gorge, shall we? My model's all flipped out and there's not much I can do about it. Hey, it means I actually get to enjoy a train ride. Yes. Fun. What do we got? Museum and taffy shop.
Old-time taffy house.
Who said that?
Come on over here.
Who?
Welcome.
Oh, you!
Listen, you by any chance get here on that private train what's parked out yonder?
As a matter of fact, yes, I did.
There's a
You're a
rumor
person!
that Charlena Purcell's on board. Is that true?
As a matter of fact, yes, it is.
Hot dang if that don't beat all. I've read every single book that gal's ever written. Best writer would ever lived. Did she get off the train too?
I don't think so. She's pretty busy.
Charlena Purcell herself right here in Copper Gorge, breathing the same air as me. Hot dang! Well,
Okay
welcome,
then.
Lucy. Go on in and take a gander at what life was like during the heyday of Copper Gorge whilst you sample some of our delicious homemade saltwater taffy.
So, this is some kind of museum?
Why, it's the best kind of museum, sister. It's free. You can gape and gawk and ooh and ah to your heart's content. Least you can till I close up.
Really? So are you Buell?
Are you Buell?
Do I sound like a Buell to you?
Sorry, the costume kind of, threw me off.
Oh, right. Sometimes I forget I'm wearing this thing. Buell was my great-great-uncle.
Ah!
This building used to be his general store. During the glory days back in the 1880s, he commenced a pawnbrokering, so the miners Copper Gorge was crawling with back then could raise some cash to pay for grub and tools and such. But pretty soon, the mining boom went bust.
Well, yeah.
And there was Uncle Buell, stuck with a whole store full of junk. Only it wasn't junk to him. Debris from lost lives and broken dreams, what he called it.
Well, okay
Couldn't bring
then.
himself to get rid of it. So, he passed it on to his kin. My great-granddaddy's the one who come up with the idea of turning the place into a tourist attraction.
Fair enough. And you make money by selling taffy?
And you make money by selling taffy?
Tourists just love taffy, especially when you dangle a free sample in front of them to get them hooked. Of course, it ain't really free. Some taffy on a stick will cost you 2 tokens, which you can get by winning both those games over there.
Nice.
How much does it cost to play them?
Well, ain't you the little penny pincher? Fact
Always.
of the matter is they're free. Unless you go messing with the artifacts I got in here. Do that and you'll be head first in the nearest snowdrift before you know what hit you.
Okay.
Do you by any chance have any of Jake Hurley's things in here?
Jake who?
Hurley. He was a miner. I think he may have left a lamp and a pickaxe with your great-great-uncle.
Never heard of him. Of course, that don't mean his stuff's not here. Just means you're just gonna have to look around and see for yourself. But remember, Susie Q, don't touch.
Yes,
fun talking to
ma'am.
Ditto, little missy.
Sir, ma'am.
This looks just like the insignia I saw on the train. I'll bet this was Jake's trunk. If this was his trunk, maybe the pickaxe and lamp that I need are inside.
Well, okay. Employees only in the taffy kitchen. So this is a gambling game. You pick somebody and you flip the switch and you hope they win. That's the short and long of it.
And
Yep.
I lose.
You pick someone and you hope they win. That's it. Let's just stick with 9 for the rest of it. We'll stick with 9 until 9 wins. How's that? Which is now. Okay. I have 1 coin. And then we have Gold Rush is basically just pachinko. This is just pachinko. And you want to aim for getting it into the pack mule or the dynamite. And avoid the snake and the gun toter. But there's not much else we can do other than just pull a lever. Yep. Yay! That's it. And then you can redeem it.
To get some taffy on a stick, I'm going to need 2 different tokens.
You're just going to put in that and that. Yum. I'd like some taffy on a stick. That actually sounds delightful. Okay. Nope, that was just to the game. I don't need the game. Okay, cool. So we know what's in here. The copper fork, I can't go there.
Yes,
You startled me. Do you work here?
I do. Are you looking for someone?
Yes, Camille Hurley. She died back in the 1800s.
Ah, Camille. Beautiful crypt, wonderful view, good drainage. Whoever buried her must have loved her very much.
May I go inside it?
You may, but unfortunately you can't.
Why not?
I accidentally dropped the key down the grate that's in front of the crypt. If you can retrieve it, you can keep it. I'm having another one made. But if you do go into the crypt, just remember, you won't be alone.
Ooh, fun!
Well, there's the key.
Hmm.
I just need to find something that key will stick to.
I need to sacrifice my taffy on a stick for this.
Gotcha.
Now I can't eat my taffy on a stick. I wanted to eat my taffy on a stick. Hello. Going to need that. Oh, buddy. Oh. We've just gotten it, my boys. So lead is PB, which makes lead, red, green, blue, orange, yellow, purple. Okay. Here's what I'm actually going to do, since we have a camera phone this time. Can I get a bigger frame? Nope. Nope, that's it. Okay. AG is orange, blue, green, red, purple. So, yep, that's everything we need.
This
Okay.
indentation looks familiar.
So copper. Copper is Cu, that is green, red, purple, yellow, orange, blue. Okay. So that is green, red, purple, yellow, orange, blue. Yellow.
In the letter he wrote to his niece, Jake said she should go to Camille's grave and let Camille's goodness rub off on her. Rub as in rubbing, maybe? If I am supposed to make rubbings of these pillars, I'll need a pencil, which I already have, and some nice thin paper.
Well, okay. So I need a pencil and paper. Let's go to the train, shall we? Talk to some people. See what we can do. The boys are gone, eh?
More questions?
I'll touch bases with you later.
Let me know if you run across anything juicy.
Alrighty. It's weird being on the quiet train. Right? It's just weird that it's quiet. Hi.
What's up?
I won't keep you any longer.
Take care.
Okay. Hi.
I can't stay mad at a fella detective. What do you need?
It's been great talking to you.
It's been a while
What's
since
the
I've spoke
problem?
to you. So we're good. Alright. What do we got?
Before you say anything, I just want to say thank you.
For what?
For what?
Tino came to see me. He said you'd made him realize what a jerk he'd been for dumping me, and then he asked me out.
Oh,
Isn't
that's
that great? He
nice.
said he doesn't care what anybody else thinks. He thinks we make the perfect couple.
So do I.
Can't argue with him there.
I cannot.
We'll talk some more later.
Keep me posted.
Aw, Nancy playing Cupid. That's so adorable. So we've already gotten through the doll puzzle. How many of the gemstones do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. That's it. Oh, 5 is the cigar cutter. I can't get that yet. Where's the 6th one then? Where's the other gemstone that I seem to be missing? Oh! Did I get the one from the lamp over the boys' heads? I think so. I think I did. I know I grabbed the one out of the moose eye. Okay. I did not. Got it. So I grabbed the one from the lamp. So that gets us 1, 2, 3, 4. That gets us to 5. We need 6, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, so the last one I need is amethyst. And I know where to find it. We just can't get to it yet. Okay, I've solved the doll puzzle. We're good there. We need to do a rubbing. Oh, I can unlock the eagle thing now, can't I? I should be able to. Let's go unlock the eagle picture. I know which way I'm going. You may think I'm crazy. And you're probably right. Definitely right. Shh, don't tell me. Alright, let's go back to the scale
That eagle has
wheel.
something to do with the eagle in that painting in the dining car.
Okay, so for the eagle, we need to be at a plus or minus 2 when we get there. Okay, but that gets me a plus 1. Okay, let's hear me out. Switch 8 and 7. Okay. Switch 6. Okay. Close. We need to be at 7, 2. Okay. So that's a plus 1. That makes it a minus 5. That makes it a minus 3. That makes it a minus 1. Makes it a plus 1 though. What if we do that? Okay, but see, that's minus 2 as is. So that doesn't work. That's a 7. No. Okay. Because we need all of them to get there, right? Alright, look. What if we put 8 over here, 7 over here, and then... No. No. Okay. Okay. That's no good. I mean, plus 2 would work, but we need it. Leave 6 over here, right? Okay. I'll figure this out. Oh, that is very close. Too much. Okay, so this is very close. I mean, we're very close here. We keep getting so close and then just not quite there. Okay. All right. So we need to use all 6 coins to get to, I'm going to assume -2, right? So let's go, how do we do that? All right, so 6 minus 7 is 1. My brain don't do math puzzles well. That puts us at a 1. That puts us at a +2. But that puts us too short. We don't have a 4. There is no such thing as a 4 token. What if we put this over here, and that over there? It's still a +3. What if we put that over there? Okay. So see, 812 and 67 is what we want on one side or the other. But then we have to put that 3 in somehow. Okay, let's say we put 8 over here. We put 6 over there. We put 3 over here. That's a +3. See, this is just what frustrates me. I might have to look it up because math is just not my strong suit. Alright. I'll fuss with it for another minute or two. 8. That's a +2. Okay. Oh, that's so close. That's a -2. What if we put 3 over here? Okay. Swap it. What if we put 2 over here? Very close. But not good enough. Okay. Let me just look this up real fast. Because math is not my strong suit. Let's say Nancy Drew last train eagle. There we go. Okay. Give me something good. Okay. Alright, so I think I might need to unlock the trunk then for this. Which means we go home. Or go out. Which means we take the very long trek down here. Alright. Very long trek out this way. And then we can go out here. Now let's take a look at the trunk. Well, let's go talk to you.
Welcome back.
Do you know what's in that old trunk over there?
Why? You ain't been fooling with it, have you?
Oh,
No.
no, of course not. No, I just thought it might contain the lamp and pickaxe that I asked you about before.
Well, if it does, you can forget about him, 'cause it's locked. None of my kin have ever been able to figure out how to open it. Not even my cousin Alvin. And he went to junior college.
Well.
Would it be okay if I tried to open it?
Well, now, I certainly ain't gonna let you break it open.
Oh, heavens, no.
No, I would never use force.
No!
But in order to try to get it open, I would have to, touch it.
Nope, sorry, not gonna happen, little missy.
Well, okay. Unless...
Tell you what, you get Charlene Purcell to come in here so's I can shake her hand, and I'll let you fiddle with that trunk till the cows come home.
You know what? I've got a better idea.
You know what? I've got a better idea.
Now, what could be better than me coming face to face with the lady who writes the finest literature this here country's ever seen?
Well, that's just it. If you were to just meet her, you'd have nothing to show for it. Afterwards, she'd go her way and you go yours. And
yeah.
But if you were to, say, get her autograph, well, then you'd have something to hang on the wall and brag about.
Okay. Make it so's I can meet her and get her autograph.
Oh, but the thing is, she's on a deadline, and if you take her away from her writing, she may fall behind. And if she falls behind, her publisher may pull the plug. And if her publisher pulls the plug, it could ruin her career.
Oh.
Do you really want to risk ruining Charlene Purcell's career?
Heavens, of course not.
Would you?
All right, you just get me Charlene's autograph, and you got a deal. Just make sure she uses my name. I want it real personal-like.
You bet. And your name is?
Fatima, with an F. None of that weirdo PH stuff.
Okay, Fatima. I'll be
All
right back.
Fine. Back to the train we go.
More questions?
I met a huge fan of yours in town who'd really, really like your autograph. An autographed picture would be even better.
Imagine that. Me having fans way out here in the boonies. Well, I'm sure I have a picture around here somewhere. But what I don't have is a pen. Usually I just ask my assistant for one.
I have a pencil here somewhere.
A pencil won't do, dear. It has to be ink. See if you can borrow a pen from somebody.
Absolutely. Let's go. Not look at that lovely poem, although it was quite delightful to read. Let's go here. Hello?
What's up?
I really, really need a pen. Could I borrow one from you?
Sorry.
I'll let you get back to work.
Well, he doesn't have one. We know Charlena doesn't have one, and the boys are out. So, let's talk to Tino. And if he doesn't have one, we'll try Lori.
What's going on?
Do you by any chance have a pen I could borrow?
Why, I'm surprised at you. Don't you know that every detective should carry a pen?
Actually, I carry a pencil.
Well, as it happens, I got lots of pens. I'll tell you what, if you can play that Leaping Lizards game I found over there and do better than I did when I played it, which shouldn't be that hard seeing as how smart you are, I'll give you a pen. What do you say?
Fine,
Sounds
but
good to me.
seriously,
Okay,
it's
the
a
object
lot
of the game
of
is to get rid of as
rigmarole
many
just for a
lizards as you
pen.
can by jumping them with other lizards until you can't jump anymore. Last time
Okay.
I played, I wound up with just 5 lizards. If you can wind up with only 4, the pen's yours.
Alright, so we start with this as an opening gambit. Then we can go here. Where do we go from the, oh yeah, there we go. We can go here and here. Then we can go here and here. Not sure I want to do that actually. I can go there. We can go here. Okay. Alright, we're not doing terrible. Okay. I wanted to jump this guy out, but we might just have to leave that guy.
I did it! I won!
Well, yeah.
Luck. Here's your pen.
I mean, that really wasn't that hard,
What
but
else
thank
can I
you.
do for you?
You've been a big help.
Helping people's what I'm all about.
It's actually, doing better than 3 is actually what gets me. That's on senior. It's like, you gotta do better than 3! And it's like, yeah, I can do that. Okie dokie. Let's head down this way. Give the pen to Charlena. Get her to sign the picture.
Have you found a pen so I can autograph that picture?
I got it from Tino. You can keep it. If you could have it say, to Fatima, that'd be great.
There you go.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Do you
I'll
often
touch base with
travel
you
with
later.
Remember,
glossies?
if it's juicy, I want to know about it.
Do you often travel with 8x10 glossies? I mean, is that like a thing that you do?
Hey, Nancy.
Ah, hi. Yes, you. I was looking for
There
you. How you
are.
doing?
We've been looking for you.
Yeah, you won't believe the lucky
Been
break we
everywhere.
caught.
Lucky break? Hey, that was the result of good old-fashioned detective work.
It was the result of your insisting we stop for a cheeseburger.
Yes.
Guys, what's going on?
Oh, that sounds
Well, it
delicious right
turns out
now.
that a grandchild of Jake's engineer still lives around here.
What's more, he hangs out at the local diner. Comes in every day.
Apparently, he's pretty ancient.
I am actually having a cheeseburger for lunch today, actually. Okay, it's not an actual burger. It's a Bork burger, which is mostly pork and a little hint of beef. But I am actually having a cheeseburger today.
Ah, and you found that out when you stopped there so Joe could get a hamburger.
Cheeseburger.
The thing is, the owner of the diner wouldn't agree to point the guy out unless one of us fills in for his short order cook.
He's got to go home and wait for the cable guy or something.
And since Joe here barely knows how to boil water, guess who got the job?
Way to go, Frank.
Way to go, Frank.
Oh, and get this. Balducci convinced Lori that Jake's mine is somewhere right here in Copper Gorge, so he, Lori, and John Gray are hiking up the mountain out there even as we speak.
Like that bumblebrain's gonna find anything.
Sounds like now might be a good time to do some serious poking around on the train.
Ooh.
Hey, I better get going. Wish me luck.
I'll go with you. You can make me a cheeseburger.
Hello.
That autograph?
Got something better, an autographed picture.
Hot dang! She spelled my name right and everything.
Yes.
Little missy, have a go at that trunk. Whatever's inside it's all yours.
All right, so
This indentation looks familiar.
it does look familiar. We just need to know what the combination is. I'm going to assume it's lead, because lead is the only other one that we saw that opens a thing. So let's try red, green, blue, orange, yellow, purple. He did like doing contrary colors on the opposite side. I guess complementary. Oh, I always get those two
Here's
confused.
Jake's lamp. Another slug. Come in
Yay!
handy.
I did need that.
But where's his pickaxe?
So, excuse me. Hi.
Welcome back.
Have you by any chance ever come across a pickaxe that had the initials JH carved into it?
Why?
Because it used to belong to Jake Hurley, and I really, really need it. I thought it
Please.
would be in that old trunk, but it wasn't.
You got that trunk open?
I did.
Wait till I tell Cousin Alvin. He thinks he's so smart. As for that pickaxe, so happens I got it upstairs in my kitchen. Use it to open the coconuts Aunt Lucy sends me every year from Hawaii.
Do you think I could have it?
Why, no, you can't have it. How would I open them coconuts?
You could have gotten Charlotte. Oh, I could have just gotten your autograph, but instead I got you a picture. Or your great-great-uncle Buell really wants you to do that?
But your great-great-uncle, do you really think Buell would approve of you using something that belonged to some poor miner to open coconuts?
Oh.
Okay, I'll let you have the pickaxe. After you do something for me.
Like what?
What?
I got a bunch of taffy over there what needs sorting. Just follow the directions that are posted by the machine. Them belts get moving pretty fast, so you gotta keep your wits about you. While you're doing that, I'll fetch that pickaxe.
Sure.
You got a deal.
In here we go.
There we go.
Oh, she hung up the picture. He, they hung up the picture. They hung up the picture. That's great. I know it, you can actually see it somewhere. Yeah, right up there. You can actually see it up here. They hung up the picture. Alright, so banana, mango, strawberry, apple, blueberry, grape. Anything that don't look like those, don't go anywhere. Grape. Rejects. I'm going to say that's strawberry. Banana. Blueberry. Apple. Apple. Banana. Nothing. I'm going to say that's strawberry. Grape. Nothing. Grape. Apple. Mango. Mango? Nope. Okay. Strawberry. Blueberry. Mango. Blueberry. Nothing. Apple. That is not apple. Grape. That is apple. So what's the other one? I don't know. Blueberry.
Oh,
Great.
yeah.
Thank you.
Wax paper for the taffy. Would you mind if I took a piece of wax paper?
Guess I could let you have a piece.
Cool. Mine!
Got
So?
that taffy sorted?
No problem. That was easy.
You sneak any freebies while you were at it?
Oh, no, no, no.
It was pretty tempting, but nope, I sure didn't.
I mean, I am
Well,
hungry,
ain't
so.
you the goody two-shoes?
I am!
Truth is, wouldn't have minded too much if you had, long as you fessed up to it. Here's the pickaxe. Cracked the handle pretty bad on the last batch of coconuts. You sure you want it?
Positive.
Yep.
There you go. Don't hurt yourself.
I won't. Thank you.
You're using a 100-year-old pickaxe.
Hello?
Hi.
Frank. I'm in the kitchen of the diner playing short order cook.
Has that grandchild of Jake's engineer showed up yet?
Ooh.
Just came in with this lady who's even older than he is. And get this. He's a retired miner, so every time I finish an order and ring the pickup bell, he thinks it's the mine shaft elevator bell. And for some reason it makes him start telling his lady friend about his grandfather.
You mean you ring the bell and he starts talking about James Thurston?
Exactly. Of course, 5
Okay.
seconds later, he's rambling on about something totally unrelated, but I just fill an order, ring the bell, and ding, he picks up right where he left off.
All
That is,
right, then.
Unless I fill the order wrong and the waitress chews me out. She's got a voice like a chainsaw. Very distracting.
Okay.
Sounds like you better keep your ears open and your nose to the grindstone.
I am. Just wanted to keep you posted.
Well, good luck.
Thanks. Talk to you soon.
All right, here we go. First order, volcano burger. We need onions, jalapenos, hot mustard, bacon, and cheese. We need onions, jalapenos, hot mustard. Where'd they keep the bacon in this place? Bacon. And cheese. Yes,
Do you know
sir.
what you want to order yet, Edna?
I'm still looking.
Did I tell
Lettuce,
you
tomatoes,
my
pickles,
granddad was an
mayo,
engineer
ketchup.
on a private train owned by one of the richest men
Ooh.
ever passed through Copper Gorge.
Lettuce,
Jake Hurley was his name.
tomatoes,
Yes, sir, my granddaddy was Jake's
pickles.
private engineer for more than 25 years. Told my daddy that men don't come any crazier than Jake Hurley.
Really?
Treated my granddaddy real well and told him stuff. Real important stuff.
Oh.
Stuff he made my granddaddy swear to never ever forget. Stuff that my granddaddy told my daddy and that my daddy told me. Why don't you get the egg salad, Edna? Eggs are back to being good for you, you know. Seems like just last year all those scientific types were saying your arteries would clog up. Yes, sir, Jake Hurley told
All
my
right.
granddaddy
Avocados,
things he never
tomatoes,
told
fruit gel-
another living soul. Not even his wife.
Okay.
Think about her, Edna?
I don't think so.
Avocados,
Camille Boulet. That's
tomatoes,
Of course, she died so young that poor Jake didn't
Jelly!
to tell her anything.
jelly,
According to my granddaddy, one summer day she had a
pineapple,
and fell and hit her head. She didn't take well to the heat, see? And sometimes in the summer, when they were
cheese,
going through the desert, why, that train would be just like an oven. Anyway,
and mayo.
Granddad said she got right up afterwards and seemed okay. But a couple hours
Ah.
later, Jake found her in her room, dead as a doornail. Now, there's another expression that kind of makes you wonder. Dead as a doornail.
So Camille hit her head and probably suffered a concussion or an aneurysm.
Why a doornail? Why not something else that begins with it? The way my granddaddy died, that was kind of strange, too.
Okay.
I ever tell you how my granddaddy
Everything
died?
but the
No, I
peas.
don't think you did.
So
My daddy,
lettuce,
he came home from school one day to find
tomatoes,
a railroad official telling his mom that Granddad had been
onions,
found dead in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada.
cheese,
He was in the engine.
avocado.
Just kind of slumped over with his hand still on the throttle. The strange thing
This is pickled
nobody
herring,
else
so
was on
that's a
board the
no.
train. Yet the door to the engine was locked and barred. It was
Peanut
like
butter,
Granddad was trying to keep someone out,
jelly,
like he was running from something.
bacon.
Like something finally scared him so bad his heart just stopped. Of course, he was in his 60s at the time, and back then that was old.
Mustard,
Doesn't seem so old now, does it? Edna?
tomato,
Here I am pushing 93 and
mayo.
still spry as a spring chicken. Spring chicken! Now where do you suppose that expression came from? Why not spring goose or summer chicken?
There we go,
I
got
ever
that
tell
one.
you about the mine my
Ooh,
granddaddy
chef's
said
choice.
Jake Hurley found?
He found a mine?
Bacon
A couple years
cheeseburger.
before he died, Granddad told my daddy that Jake found
With
a
extra
vein in
bacon.
the mountains somewhere and was mining it all
And
by
extra
himself,
cheese.
so no one would steal it out from under him. He wouldn't even tell Granddad where the mine was.
All right.
What he'd do is have Granddad drive the train real slow so he could jump off without Granddad seeing him. Then
Okay.
Granddad would pick him up at a prearranged spot a few days later. Oh, they didn't call him Crazy Jake Hurley for nothing. Speaking of crazy, you see how much Abner's charging for a haircut at that shop of his now? $20! But what's even crazier is people are actually paying him that. I told him the only way I'd pay him $20 would be if I came in with hair down to my knees. He just laughed and said I was a crazy one. $20 for a haircut? What is this? But the craziest
Okay,
thing
here we
Granddad
go.
ever did was tell Granddad the secret to finding his mine. He made him swear to tell it to my daddy and nobody else. Eventually, my daddy, he told me. It was so bizarre that I remember it to this day. Though I sure don't understand how it had helped anybody find his mine.
Okay.
Since my daddy didn't tell me not to tell anybody, this is what Crazy Jake Hurley told Granddad, word for word.
Okay.
The eye of the tiger is fixed on a star. Zircon lies in fingers that scar. Amethyst floats
Zircon.
in a hand from the deep. Citrine is what the foul mouth shall keep.
Cool.
Tourmaline by a soft
Citrine.
arm is ensnared. Peridot rests at the foot of the mare.
All right.
The eye of the tiger is fixed on a star. Zircon lies in fingers
Zircon
that scar.
is
Amethyst
eagle
floats
claw.
in a hand from the deep. Citrine is what the foul mouth shall keep. Tourmaline by a soft arm is ensnared. Peridot rests at the foot of the mare.
Frank, are you sure that's what he said?
I'm positive.
Horse foot. Okay. So I have. Sure, that's all he said?
Are you sure that's all he said?
Look, this guy was old, okay? I mean, we're talking Jurassic. And guys that old don't joke around. They don't have time to. What you just heard is what I heard,
not
word
true.
for word.
Got anything else?
I almost forgot. You gotta check this out.
It's just an old letter, Frank.
You bet it's an old letter. From Samuel Clemens.
Whoa!
Gosh, where'd you get this?
I found it in the caboose.
Apparently, he and Jake were pen pals.
Wish I had a famous writer for a pen pal.
Whoa. The lonely saloon where you and I first met, first became acquainted, now is bears repeating that my lovely or that my living would, something, I can't read this.
When Joe gave it to me, I about flipped. I know I should turn it over to Lori, and I will, but it's just so darn cool.
I still don't see what the big deal is. I mean, it's not like it's from Mark Twain or anything.
Samuel Clemens was Mark Twain's alias. Or Mark Twain was Samuel Clemens was Mark Twain's real name.
See you in a bit.
Sounds good.
Mark Twain was Samuel Clemens' nom de plume or nom de guerre. Pen name. I'm saying this all backwards, but I'm pretty sure y'all get the point. Alright. Hello? Cool. Alright, let's go get that one gemstone I'm missing first, and then we'll settle in to play the piano. Because I'm missing one gemstone.
Carbide. Just what I need to make that lamp I found work.
Okay. No, I wanted to, this thing. Yes. You. So, if he had all these gemstones because he found it in the mine, does that mean his mine is not a gold mine, but a diamond mine? Right? Hi.
What's up?
I hear Tino took you and Lori for a little hike today.
Don't remind me. Turns out Tino had no idea where he was going. Good thing for him, my fingers were frozen stiff. Otherwise, I would have strangled him.
I won't keep you any longer.
Pleasure talking to you.
Can I play the piano now? Yeah, I can, because this thing is folded up.
I moved my microphones, so if you want to play the piano, knock yourself out.
I do want to play the piano. Soon as I see where I left that page. Here we go. That tells me what to play. Okay, so if we say this is C, D, E, F, G, G, E, G, A, G, E, E, D, F, E, D, C. Ha!
A spyglass. I'll bet it's the one I need for Jake's projector.
Got it! Ha ha! I am no musical savant. Okay, so let's talk. Actually, we could go talk to Jake, or to, Jake Balducci. We can go talk to Jake real fast. Is his name Jake Balducci, or is
What's
it?
going
Oh,
on?
Tony Balducci.
So, how did your expedition to Jake's mine turn out?
Well, as you may or may not have heard, I didn't find the mine.
Yes.
But at least now I know where it isn't, which is just as good as knowing where it is. Sort of.
It
Hope
really
I didn't take
isn't.
up too much of your time.
But
Anything
okay,
for
okay,
detective.
you know, fine. I'm glad you. It really isn't. The world is way too big for that to be just as good as knowing where it is. But okay, all right. Let's start here. So star is Tiger's Eye. Okay. What's up next? Eagle Claw is Zircon. I think that's Zircon. Who's up next? Finn. Amethyst? Hand from the Deep, maybe? Citrine. I want to say Citrine is golden, so this would be Citrine. Soft Arm is ensnared. This would be Tourmaline, which is the bicolored one. Peridot is apple green, so that would be this one.
Whoa, looks like I did something right.
Okay, we got them all. Cool. So that we got going. Now, let's grab this. Oh boy, we have so much to put in here. Okay,
This
telescope.
goes here.
And then lamp, I think.
Okay, looks like that goes there.
And then we need
Yeah,
carbide
it
in the
should work
lamp.
now.
Okay, and then the last thing we need is, let's put this here.
Oh no. What I need is some duct tape.
Okay. We're going to need two different things here. We're going to need duct tape, and we're going to need to unlock that eagle portrait. So, eagle we know is +2. Got it. All right. that unlocks the eagle portrait. Now, who do we know that could have duct tape? Maybe the guy with all the equipment who would probably need to duct tape wires together.
Would you by any chance have any duct tape?
Got some right there in my gearbox. That's the good news. The bad news is I can't open the box.
Oh.
It's an antique lockbox that I found in this abandoned monastery I scoped out on my show last year. You can open it with either the key, which I just discovered I forgot to bring with me, or the combination, which you're supposed to be able to figure out just by looking at the box. Fortunately, I didn't put anything critical in there. I've never tried to open it without the key, but if you want that duct tape, go ahead and give it a shot.
Thanks. I think I will.
If you get it open, the duct tape's all yours.
There's an image on each of those buttons. They tell a story, maybe? I bet the animals should start from the left shore.
Yep. Okay, so here's the trick to this one. The animals start from here and go to here, but they cannot be left alone with each other, right? Because if you leave the cat alone with the peacock will kill the peacock. If you leave the dog alone with the dog will kill the cat. So, it starts here. Then we take the cat across. And then we leave the cat alone. And then we go back for, I want to say we go back for the peacock. Okay. Which shore are we looking at here? Okay, so then he goes back for the dog. Goes back for the dog, leaves the dog, takes the cat. Drops the cat off, takes the peacock. Goes back for the peacock, and then has all the animals onto the one side. No? Did I do that wrong? Okay, so you have 3 animals, so you're taking a cat, then you're leaving the cat. And then you go back to the shore. It's got to be take the dog. That's got to be it, right? I'm not crazy. That's what the thing is saying, right? We start here. Oh, I'm missing leave the dog and the peacock over here, right? Is that the one I'm missing? Okay. So then we start with take the cat, leave the cat. Then we go to take the dog, leave the dog, take the cat. Leave the cat, take the bird. Leave the bird, take the... Go back for the cat. Bring them all down. There we go. Okay, so there was just one that I was missing. Hard to tell. Alright. I also, actually, before I go back this way, now that I have the duct tape, let's go all the way to the front. Okay. All the way to the front, and we want to look at this eagle portrait.
More pipes. Why am I not surprised?
I don't know, Nan. Why are you not surprised? So this is almost easier to me, because once you've got the
there, that looks
blue
right.
and the red figured out, it's real simple from there. Alright. Let's go all the way back and we'll fix some stuff. Oh, wait. One last thing we gotta do up here, which is this guy.
That doesn't look good.
I must have missed. Oh, I did miss a pipe. 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 It's going to be like I must have missed a pipe somewhere. I did. I did miss it. I forgot. We have to do one more set of pipes. And then we are ready to go. And my pencil is all the way at the bottom. Yep. Thank you. Okay, wisdom. And so we have wisdom, wisdom, charity, charity. All right. Wisdom, charity. Purity. And finally, loyalty. I'm going to say loyalty. I don't remember, but I feel like it's probably loyalty. Makes sense for these things. Eternity. Okay, I was wrong.
Charity,
Eternity.
purity, eternity.
Okay. So let's go back and have a quick peek at Camille's sampler. Real fast. That being the case. Boys, how you going? Alright, let's go to Camille's car. And into her room to her sampler. Okay. So, actually I need the sampler book. Do I not? I do. Alright, so wisdom is... So let's take a look. Purity is the harp. So that's the harp. Charity, wisdom, any of them. I will take any of them. Eternity, wisdom, charity, anything. I'm looking at the wrong side here. Wisdom is the owl, which I figured. Charity is the dove. And eternity is the crown. Okay. So, that being the case, let's go look at her sampler. That makes 7. The owl is 7. The crown is eternity. That is 6. Charity is the dove. That is 9. And that makes the harp eternity or purity. And that is 3. Okay. So that means that up and to the side is 7. Up and to the other side is 6. Down and to that side is 9. Down and to that side is 3. Okay, we are going to need that now. Let's go back to the sleeping car. Over here. Hello. Alright, so we're going 7, 9, 6, 3. Alright. 7, 9, 6, 3.
And naturally, we have still more pipes.
Yeah! I love pipe puzzles. Alright, but like if I do that, then this has got to go that way, right? Yeah. Probably. There we go. See what I mean when I say it's real easy once you have like the red and the blue and all that in place. Once you have the red and the blue and all that in place, it's real easy. So I almost feel like that makes things easier. I almost feel like it's harder to do them all individually.
Sounds like steam from the engine is moving through those pipes now.
Perfect. So now we have all the pipes connected. We have the duct tape. We have the lamp. We have all the gemstones in place. We've got the spyglass. And we've got the pickaxe. Everything should be in order for us to go into the mine. Is there really a big bad in this one? I mean, like, I know who our villain is supposedly supposed to be, but I'm not sure they're really a villain, you know? Got it, got it, got it, got it. Yep. Perfect.
And we have liftoff.
Woo! Woo! This is a very complex machine. And also kind of loud. It might just be my headphones. Although, I don't know. I have my volume turned out to like 3. This is a very complex machine. So the gemstones power the thing in the middle, which... Alright, we know where the mine is. I know where the mine is. Brimstone Canyon.
That's where Jake's mine is. Brimstone Canyon.
Don't you look all excited. What's up?
I got
I
it.
think I know where Jake's mine is.
Uh-huh.
Tell the engineer to head for a place in Nevada called Brimstone Canyon.
Way to go. I knew you could do it, Francie.
Nancy.
You know, Nancy,
Here's the deal.
just forget it.
When we get there, I'm going to make sure that you get to be the first one to check out the mine. I'll call everyone together in the dining car, and while we're in there, you slip off the train. Will 10 minutes be enough of a head start?
I mean, you don't really have to give me a head
You don't
start.
have to give me a head start.
Think of it as your reward. Of course, anything you find in the mine is, well, mine. So if I find out that you've taken something without telling me, let's just say things could get ugly.
Okay. You know the mine could be totally
I wouldn't
worthless,
get your hopes
right?
up too high. The mine might be totally worthless, you know.
Although considering the amount of gemstones, I think it's a
have the
diamond
feeling that
mine.
thanks to you, we are about to discover something huge. Great job, Amy.
Thank you.
It's like just stop correcting her. Just stop. At this point, she's just All right. What do we got?
Sounds like the train's leaving. Where's it going?
Uh-oh.
Joe will make sure it comes back for me. I hope.
Sorry? What? Okay. Cool. I guess we're just going forward then.
Oh no, that's gotta be the entrance to Jake's mine, but it's totally blocked by boulders.
Okay, well, seems we've got a cannon here. This is another RNG puzzle. Where it's just like you just kind of have to brute force it. Not much else you can do. Done. That's just another brute force it puzzle. Yipes. Duck and cover!
Whoa.
Yipes! Well, we're in the mine.
Oh, right. This is the entrance to Jake's mine.
Okay.
Whoa, what's going on here? Jake's color wheel seems to be pointing toward purple. Wow, glowing lizards. Cool. But weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with weird. They're supposed to be... Yeah, okay. Let's go back. Back to the entrance, please.
I can't get through here.
No, I was trying to go back to the entrance, please. Thank you. Okay. Alright, so here's the thing, right? Yeah, here we go. Here's the entrance, I think. Yep, this is the entrance. Okay. So now here's going to be my difficult issue. Because I really cannot see very well into this top layer of the screen. And there is supposed to be marks that I am on the lookout for. Okay. And like these areas are just completely black to me. So if I don't find the marks that I'm looking for, we may have to just look up the answer to this one. Which I'm not thrilled with doing, but like I literally just cannot see it on this screen. Here we go.
Wonder what that's
See,
doing there.
here's one of the marks that I need. 0 and a shepherd's crook. So far, I haven't really seen any other ones. So we'll either have to brute force it or we'll have to keep looking. Okay, it says don't go that way, that's a bad way. We want to go this way. Is that another one? No. It is not. I want to say go red. Okay, do we have more here? Oi, I got all turned around. Okay, no. We want to go, I guess, this way. Green. I don't see another one. Purple. It's fine. J. Okay, so we have a funky J. Got a funky J. I almost put my pencil in my mouth.
There's some kind of chamber on the other side of those poles. But if I move the wrong one, the ceiling will collapse. Jake was too meticulous not to have left a clue somewhere as to how you're supposed to move them. I wonder if it has something to do with that symbol I saw before. I've seen that symbol before. Nuts.
Alright, see, that's the problem is I can't see where the rest of them are. Alright. So it was not this one.
Nuts.
It was not that one. So yeah, I can't see where the rest of them are. Is the thing.
Okay, so far.
So the first one was the Z. I don't know why I'm writing it down. Like it's gonna need to be written down. Well, I mean, I guess I kind of do need to write it down just because this is gonna be. It's gonna be a bit of a mess. 'Cause I literally couldn't see them.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so it's not that. So I'm just gonna have to guess with the rest of it. And I know this is a nightmare,
so far, so
but
good. I think I made a boo-boo.
I couldn't see it. Thank you, Nan.
Okay, so far, so good.
Okay. So then it's umbrella. Then it's this
I
guy?
think I made a
No,
boo-boo.
it is not. I missed like a dozen before I saw the first one. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Not that one. Cool. We'll get there. Oh, we's a getting there. It's just gonna take me a
Here I
minute.
am
Oh,
at the railroad
whoop,
station.
whoop, wrong one. Okay, so
Uh-oh.
nope, not under the umbrella J. I mean, at least they're forgiving in that they don't make me like redo it every time. Okay, it was rocking horse. If that makes any sense to anybody else. Now it's this guy, now it's that guy. Okay, now I have no idea.
Uh-oh.
Definitely not Funky J. In case you were wondering. Definitely not Funky J. 0? Okay, 0. I think there was a stick sticking out of that 0, but, you know, don't quote me on that. I don't know why I'm writing it down. Like, it really makes a difference.
I should be able to get through there now.
Okay, and then it's Funky J. Hi.
Jake Hurley, I presume?
Yeah.
Camille. It figures he'd be carrying a picture of her. There's something underneath it.
Jake Hurley, care of Postmaster Denver, territory of Colorado.
A letter. April 14th, 1865.
From the President of the United States. Believe me, Jake, my boy, I can think of nothing more pleasant than touring the West aboard your private train. But much as I would like to accept your invitation, the duties and responsibilities of my office forbid it. I cannot leave Washington until this terrible war is over, and the states are united once more. I scarcely leave my office at all. I scarcely leave my office at all these days, were it not for Mary. Tonight, at her insistence, I will be accompanying her to the Ford Theater to see a comedy called Our American Cousin. Have you seen it? Mary assures me that I'll enjoy it, despite the fact that for some strange reason I've never felt at ease at that theater. Perhaps tonight will be different. Write to me soon. Your missives never fail to boost my spirits. Your friend Abe, as in Abe Lincoln.
Oh my gosh. This is from Abraham Lincoln. And April 14th is the day he was assassinated. This letter must be worth a fortune.
That's just what I thought, too.
Ah! Hi,
See, what
how
I
you
didn't tell
doing?
you when I gave you that letter Jake wrote to Ruth is that I also found his diary, which is how I found out he'd gotten to be friends with President Lincoln, and that he'd gotten a letter from Abe that he knew would be so valuable someday that he always kept it on his person. Can I have it?
Sure.
See, I knew if we could just find Jake's body, we'd find the letter. And you did it, Amy. You did it. I'm going to be famous. Good famous for once.
So you never really cared about finding Jake's mine?
Nah. I mean, it would have been nice if it was filled with gold and silver and stuff. But this is what I was really after.
And you followed me because you didn't trust me?
I trusted you to find it. I just didn't trust you to give it to me. And now that you have, you know, I'd really be famous if I could say I found this all by myself. But even if I got you to lie for me, how do I know you'd keep lying? Oh my gosh. What if there was like this cave-in and we were trapped, but I was the only one who made it out?
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
Oh my gosh, that way I could not only say that I found the letter, but that I tried to save you. Only you did something stupid, and it was all I could do to save myself. Oh my gosh, I'd make the national news for sure, and people would say I was smart and resourceful and courageous even.
What are you doing with that letter?
That's crazy.
Honey, that document is 100 years old.
People are finally going to respect me. I have to do this. Sorry.
First off, you don't need to kill me. Secondly, that letter is 100 years old. You can't just wave it around like that.
I'm trapped. Now how am I going to get out of here?
You can't just wave a 100-year-old document like that. Oh boy, we's about to have so much fun. Because I can't see a ding-dang thing on this screen. And you're supposed to avoid the skulls. Now, fortunately, they kind of slow down a little when it comes to the skulls, which helps. Because it gives me a second or so to react. So that's cool. But it is really hard to see. Anything else, or was that it? This way. Okay, cool. We're not done. Almost there, though. This is a really fast minecart. Like, how is this thing powered at this point? Because it ain't just gravity at this point. Yipes! Hi! That letter is 100 years old. You cannot just do that.
Lori, are you all right?
Oh, yeah, she's a Paris Hilton knockoff. Absolutely. Also, hey, Corbel, how's it going?
It is now.
As soon as we discovered you and Lori weren't on the train, we jumped off and hightailed it back here.
What the
I sure hope you stopped it
I'm
first.
sure Lori will be glad to tell you all about it.
Darn you, Natalie.
It's Nancy. Dear Hannah.
I mean, other than attempted murder, she really didn't do anything that
When her father
bad.
heard that she'd tried to seal me up in that mine, he canceled all
I mean, to be fair, it was
plans and
attempted
said that
murder,
from
so.
now on, Lori will have to support herself. She has yet to stop crying. Tino Balducci told reporters that he knew what Lori was up to all along, and said he let Frank, Joe, and me solve the case so we amateurs could enjoy his limelight.
Okay.
Joe was just about to belt him when a big argument broke out between John Gray and Charlena over whether John had really recorded.
Well, all
Hannah's
right
ghost.
then.
She started calling him a crackpot, and then he started calling her a hack. Then, well, let's just say that soon the press was no longer interested in what Tino had to say. As
Fair
for Jake
enough.
Hurley, it turns out that his letter from Abe Lincoln is worth a small fortune. Pretty ironic.
Only a small one, huh?
Jake spent his whole life searching for gold, when all along
Lori
he had something
card.
far more valuable: his uncanny knack for making friends. Love, Nancy.
Alright, what do they give me this time? Grandy Dancer for being such a whiz when it comes to dancing. To be fair, it's not the first time I've done that thing, but
Have
okay.
you ever been to Paris, France?
Ooh!
Hollywood, because that's where my next mystery adventure takes place. I'm
Ooh!
going to be the assistant to Minette, a famous fashion designer.
The Return of Sunny!
Find out why she's been acting so peculiar lately, throwing tantrums, firing people. She's even started wearing a mask for no apparent reason. Her studio is in this spooky-looking Saint-Tropez Moulin. That's French for windmill. Of course, that doesn't have anything to do with her strange behavior.
Unless it does.
One way to find out. Help me solve my next case. Danger by design. À la prochaine.
Yay! It's the return of Sunny June! I'm so excited for that. It's going to be so much fun. I mean, he doesn't really, like, show up until Shattered Medallion. But we do find more of his notes, and boy does that guy get around. I had no idea there was such a thing as a Lori card. Are there Nancy Drew collectible cards? Okay. I have no clue what you're referring to, but it sounds awesome. But yeah, no, she's definitely a Paris Hilton knockoff, and it's a lot of fun. Oh, okay. That's just them telling me my grocery order is on the way, which is fun. Alright, but yeah, so that was the last train to Blue Moon Canyon. Now, what gets me is in, Icicle Creek, right? Tino Balducci comes back-ish, and the woman you're working for, I want to call her Charlotte, the woman you're working for is like, is talking to you about her, and you're like, wait, do you know what he did on that train with Lori Gerard? And I always sit there and go, Nancy, I'm not sure I know what he did. He didn't do nothing. He sat on his butt. I mean, at best, you can get upset at him for possibly leading Lori on. Right? Because he does mention he's got a thing for Lori. He likes Lori. But he dumped her the first time because his friends said that she wouldn't be good for his career. They weren't wrong. But then he gets back together with her on the train. And then, what? Dumps her again right after? Because, you know, attempted murder? I mean, that kind of makes sense, though. Oh, there was a Steam. Oh! Steam cards for ND. Oh, that makes sense. Oh. I don't have this on Steam. I actually have this on CD. I have up to 29-ish. In the 20s, I start missing a few of them on CD. But I have most of them on CD. So I'm still using CDs. I'm old. I got them when they were new. But anyway, that is gonna have to be it for me for today. I know you just joined Corbel and it's super sad, but I gotta get going. I've got groceries coming soon. Oh, they were actually trading cards. Oh, nifty. Oh. Didn't know they actually had trading cards for Nan. That's nifty. But anyway, I do have my grocery order coming, so I am going to have to get off. I will be live again Wednesday. I am live every Wednesday to Sunday, somewhere between 8:30-ish and 10 a.m. Eastern. I think we're going actually closer to 10 next week because I've changed my husband's schedule again. So I'm going to be doing live closer to 10 next week. Oh, with characters, items, jewels. Yeah, oh, awesome. That sounds like fun. I've never really had them. I'm not like a hardcore Nance fan. Like, I love the games, don't get me wrong. And I play the games when they come out. But I'm not like a hardcore Nance fan. I never really have been. Although my sister did have the entire set of the original Nancy Drew books in hardcover. And that's because we had a grandmother that enjoyed sending them to her. So we had the original Nancy Drews in hardcover for a while there. I think they got given away. I don't think she has them anymore. But she used to. Which is sad because it's like, dude, the original books would go for quite a bit right now. I still remember the yellow covers and everything that sat on our bookshelves for years. But anyway, I gotta get going. I will be live on Wednesday, and I hope to see you guys then. I gotta go. I got groceries coming. So you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.